The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we could talk about.
Speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. It is not just a feel-good Friday. It is Big Sale Friday, November 19th, 2021. Yes, Big Sale Friday is a special day because it is currently 25% off everything at store.patmcafeeshow.com. How's the supply chain? We don't know. Will you be able to get your stuff before Christmas? We don't know. We think so. We hope so. But it is 25% off. Store.patmcafeeshow.com. We can't thank you enough. There's customizable jerseys in there. What? Yeah, there's the football obviously in there. These are going to go quick. We think we're only able to get a certain amount. So it's the Baby Duke.
Yeah, it is the Baby Duke.
This is the Baby Duke. It is there's Christmas sweaters that the boys want to work on, to design and kind of, partake in the year that was 2021. And there's so much more over there, and we can't thank you enough. If you end up spending some of your hard-earned money at store.patmcafeeshow.com, 25% off everything. And if you don't want to buy it, it's okay to say, hey, wouldn't mind if this was a gift. Somebody should buy you something.
That's right. Put it on the list.
Yeah, somebody should buy you. And by the way, I know there's a lot of females that are forced to listen to the show.
Sure. Sorry. Yeah.
Literally.
Deeply.
I've been told this before. My wife has been told this before. I'm forced to listen to your husband through my boyfriend or significant other or whatever. And I appreciate those fine gentlemen out there, spreading the good word. But hey, if you're listening, great Christmas gift.
He'll love it.
Great. He'll love it.
Uh-huh.
We also have a couple baby things. We do have a ladies line. And for the brand, my wife's foundation to help people pay for canine cancer treatments, which are incredibly high priced and absurd. And the way we founded and started it was because our dog Valerie, who's the best dog on earth, best dog on earth. I'm sure you guys have the best dog on earth too, but in my particular world, the dog that I've most connected with in the history of my existence, half pit bull, half Shar-Pei, she ended up getting cancer. We found out about her having cancer, obviously, and they present to us a surgery to happen. And the price that it was, literally, Sam and I looked at each other and said, if this was our parents taking our dog in to do this, there is no way in fucking hell anybody would be able to pay for this. In the time with your canines or your dogs are just so beautiful, and canine cancer happens to a lot of dogs. So Sam put together a foundation that raises money to help people pay for those things, and all that's on there too. Incredible bandanas, mugs, there's mugs. I mean, there is just everything and more. And this is the only time of year we really promote the store, because we don't like forcing anything upon people. All right, like our show, we don't really promote the show that much. I mean, we tweet out the videos, but you'll never hear me going on any other show and saying, before I get out of here, one last plug. My Pat McAfee Show is you rarely, on SmackDown, never talk about it actually. That is 2 million people. I never do it because I feel like if you get to our show, you happened over here and you stuck around, we could be a lot. Okay, and by we, I mean me, and by us, I mean we are a large group of idiots doing things, so we kind of do this. This is a chance to kind of join our squad, join our team. We can't thank you enough. And if it doesn't get to you in the proper amount of time, CFO Phil in the customer service there will be back and forth. At least you'll know what's going on. Yes. Because I believe the supply chain situation might be a situation, which is why Big Sale Friday is today. Speaking of Big Sale Friday, it's Big Mood Friday.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's big. It is Big Feel Good Friday. It is positive vibes on this particular Friday. It is maybe the first of many. It is maybe a situation that we have found ourselves in that might take us down a glory road that will never fall into a glory hole.
Hell yeah.
We're talking about finding a spiritual orgasm with something, as Paul Heyman described greatness. We're talking about a heater that has begun and we are in the middle of, that we are all going to profit off of. Yesterday, Thursday Night Football Thursday. Around here, back in the day, it was risk-free, same-game parlay, Thursday Night Football Thursday, where there was rules in place between us and FanDuel, where we had to have a certain amount of legs over a certain amount of odds, and there was a couple times we almost took like $9-10 million from FanDuel as a team betting. But it was so devastating, so heartbreaking. We all decided we can't do it anymore. We went to the Colts-Jets games. It was here in Indianapolis. The Colts dog-walked the New York Jets, beat the hell out of the Jets. The offense looked good. Jonathan Taylor was wide open. Everybody should have been happy. We ran into 30 people after the game on our way out, which we were trying to get out of there quickly because we were miserable. Billy was about to puke all over.
That's right.
30 people stopped us, bummed, heartbroken about the risk-free same-game parlay not hitting, and I said, I can't do it anymore. I'm normally just at work at home, and I just imagine what people's misery looks like from our losses. And then I got to experience it and feel it. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to enjoy Thursday Night Football. I want to make the money for the people. So obviously, we in FanDuel, had some discussions, had some conversations. And I knew that when I walked into that table about what the next potential rake for us could be from FanDuel in a situation, I knew I had an ace in the pocket.
That's right.
I knew in the bullpen, okay? Yeah. Hidden in the shadows in the back, there was a lefty that was going to come out.
Yeah.
And it's just middle finger one's Dahn. So I presented the case. Can we just have a primetime Super Boost heater that just starts on Thursday Night Football between the Patriots and the Falcons, and then just do that forever? And there was giving you guys are going to give the best.
We don't know.
I don't know if you can have the best fucking gambler that exists. We've given you some. We've given you some, huh? We've lost a couple Super Boosts now. Risk-free same-game parlay. You guys are ahead in the game, at least in this little give and take here. We deserve. These are just ideas. We're spitballing here. We could do this. And they said, sure, let's give it a shot. So last night we got a chance to call in the Canadian sensation, the high heat throwing lefty from the bullpen, Gumpy Super Boost, Patriots alternate spread at -5.5 for even odds plus 100. Absolute incredible Super Boost. And whenever we were young in this Super Boost game, we might have got distracted by the glitz and the glamour of the big number.
That's right. Easy to do.
Oh, this plus 250 becomes plus 340. It's
juicy.
Oh, shit. That's a Super Boost. But the same amount of difference can happen at a lower rate. And all of a sudden, it is not only just a Super Boost, it's the best bet going on any sports book. With the best odds going on any sports book. And last night, Gumpy, Patriots -5.5 from -130 to plus 100, even money. That was just the beginning. Gumpy, thank you, Gumpy.
Thank you, Gumpy.
Look at this dude. We will ride this Canadian heater into the promised land. I don't know how many times they're going to allow us to attempt to go on a heater with one of the best gamblers on earth.
Might ban Gumpy.
But we are going to ride this thing.
Hell yeah.
And Gumpy, I can't thank you enough. How'd you know? What were your thoughts? And how casual were you all day yesterday, by the way? We tried to talk about it a couple times because I just wanted to test the Canadian waters back there. What are we looking at in Celsius back there? He was just like, that's the one. That's the one. It's the one. He had no worries at all, and we all won from it. I put a very large amount because that's a sliding scale on how much you can bet on the boost. So I got attacked this weekend because I think I posted a $250 bet on somebody's Super Boost.
Tyreek Hill.
And somebody said, "Oh, what the fuck? How come I can't do it?" It's regulated via your normal betting.
Saving you from you.
Yeah. So this is normal. It's whatever your regular betting money is. It kind of they kind of lock you in there. It's almost like your bank when you can't take a certain amount of money out. Regulators with these sports books are trying to protect people from any of the bad that could potentially come from sports gambling, which sports gambling is supposed to just be, hey, a little bit more interest, a little bit more good time, a little chance to win. But obviously in every situation, there is some people that potentially fall victim. The regulators, that's why they're so strict on that. So I get a chance to bet a little bit more because my standard unit is a little bit higher. I won big last night. Plus 100, dude.
Yeah.
Just seeing that number right next to each other with that alternate
Give me
spread.
that.
Gumpy, thank you, man.
Like you go.
You know what they've been telling me my whole life, Pat?
What's that?
Keep it simple, stupid.
Oh, KISS method.
That's all we're doing here. We'll find one game we like. That's all we need.
Fuck it.
We
let
don't
her
got to
run.
get fancy.
No, we don't have to get fancy. Now remember, remember though, Gumpy stood strong, you know, because there was people trying to tempt him yesterday into creating another parlay,
Oh, yeah.
and us falling right into the Thursday Night Football risk-free same-game parlay situation. And Gumpy, and after an overwhelming, no, let's keep it simple.
No.
Yeah.
We bought into the Patriots minus 5.5. We all hit. I can't thank you enough. Let's get to the game that was. And we'll go to Boston, Connor, because I understand you're feeling fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Elated.
That team, the New England Patriots, who have a guy on their team who's getting paid by the Miami Dolphins to play for the New England Patriots named Kyle Van Noy.
Smart.
Last night, 2 sacks and a pick six.
Yeah, pretty good game.
He'll be on the show today, third hour.
Let's go.
Friend of the show.
Let's go.
Mr. Van Noy coming by. Mr. Van Noy coming by.
Beast.
Remember, the Miami Dolphins fans were happy he was cut, and they were happy that they were paying him to play in the division for the New England
You
Patriots.
got him
Said this
tossed
guy
by
stinks.
Josh
This
Allen.
guy stinks. This guy can't play.
Bullshit.
Oh, if he gets blocked, he can't do anything. It's like, that's football, isn't it? I mean, isn't that what football is? People are going to get blocked. It's getting off the block, and he's not going to make 70 tackles a game or 60 or 50, however many it is.
No.
But he makes plays in there, and that defense is stingy.
Oh, yeah.
And Mac Jones seems to make all of the right decisions, so much so that Troy Aikman was actually pointing out, actually, it's probably Hunter Henry's fault right here. Hunter Henry
Yeah.
misread this defense. He was actually supposed to go to the post there, to the corner. It is incredible that Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels, and Matt Patricia
Hell yeah.
were able to draft Mac Jones, have the confidence in Mac Jones, coach Mac Jones up so much that he makes the decisions he makes. The completion percentage is 22 for 26, 84.6% last night. Became the first rookie in NFL history to complete at least 80% of his passes in back-to-back games. Minimum 15 attempts per Elias Sports. He currently ranks third in the NFL for the season at 70.2%, says Field Yates. It's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
There was one pass he made. It was like a little drop ball. It seemed like maybe 15 yards, 16 yards.
To Hunter Henry.
To Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It was so much touch. He had to put it in on a dime. To be a rookie, be that confident, changing plays, making throws like that, the comfort level. It seems like him and Josh have a good relationship, but he's still getting coached up, it feels like. And with that defense doing what they're doing, he's a rookie quarterback. And once again, I'll say it does not feel like it at all. And watching them dominate the Falcons, who have 69-3
Yep.
in the last 8 quarters.
Yikes.
That was awesome to see if you're a Patriots fan, but 31 other teams are like, how is this happening again up there, I think.
Yeah, well, we hate all of those 31 teams, so I don't really care about them. But to your point about Mac Jones, Jay Glazer, right before the broadcast, said, the players in the locker room, the whole team, feels like Mac isn't really a rookie. Like, he's been a vet. And you mentioned that yesterday on the show, even watching him, the way he does read defenses, check plays and everything, it's unbelievable. And then when you add the run game into it, too, the team as a whole is very, very complete, and they have this, I think it was Bill or maybe Matty Patricia, the genius up top, said the defense really just has we're going to make you fight for every single yard, and we're going to rip your ass down.
A lot. I didn't see many missed tackles.
No.
I mean, they were eating.
Yeah, they're unbelievable.
And
on
it seems like
defense.
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's that, Chuck Pagano, I think the way he broke it down was the reason why they make rookie quarterbacks so bad is because they change what they're doing schematically. And he talked about how you just have to have players that are able to flip the switch and go to a different scheme and do a different thing and be able to do that and they have a full squad over there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Kyle Van Noy coming back, and granted, I guess he didn't work for the Dolphins I guess.
Maybe.
They got better all of a
Didn't
sudden
give
when he
him
was.
a
He was a
chance.
captain.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was. I don't.
Who cares?
I mean, whatever. Yeah,
I'm pumped about it.
Yeah, I guess you're pumped about it, but that whole, it just seems like they're all on the same page. And then
Yeah.
I listen to McCourty afterwards talk about the team and trying to get better. And then you listen to Kyle Van Noy while he's getting motherfucked live on the NFL network post game from some Falcons fan. It's just, they all seem to be right back into that spot we saw the Patriots just a few years ago. Very comfortable, very confident, and they all seem to be incredibly humble. Like, we got to keep working. We got to keep working.
Well, and with Mac too, and I don't know how this changes like the defense mindset, who he's going against. He doesn't have like a favorite target. Like he'll spread the ball around. I think there was like 4 guys who had 4 receptions. Like it's not as if he gets kind of tunnel vision into Hunter Henry or Aguilar. Like whoever's open, Mac Jones is going to hit him. And he threw 1 pick. It was a good play, but a couple jump balls. I'm fine with Mac tossing the ball up because the whole thing early on was, well, he's not throwing the ball deep. He's not throwing it deep. And if throwing it to your own team 3 yards downfield is bad, then yes, sure, he stinks.
Well, that's the narrative that people said, oh, he's a game manager, that they said that was a bad thing. It was like, are we winning games that they are managing? Okay, maybe they should be regional managers.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe these managers are absolutely dominating. That was the quickest dime to pick
Oh my God.
that all of us ever experienced. He threw that dime to Hunter Henry we were just talking about, and I put out Mac Jones LOL just because there's no reason that play should have happened. I assume there was some read of the defense he had to make before he even made that throw, and then he drops it in this filthy place, and then it's a great catch.
Yeah.
And then he throws a pick literally the next play. It was a bad throw.
Yeah, it was.
So I didn't want people to think that I was potentially, my internet was ahead of somebody or behind anybody. I didn't want anybody to think I was tweeting about his pick as an
Laughing.
LOL.
Yeah.
So I actually deleted that. And a lot of people were coming after me, like, why'd you delete your tweet? It was like, because it was LOL, like, this looks so easy for this fucking guy.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden it didn't out of nowhere. And it's like, oh, he is still a rookie. That was literally what we can't expect him to be perfect.
Yes.
But it feels like the standard that's being set by Mac Jones is like, yeah, I'm a fucking guy. It's so stupid, dude. It is so stupid.
Yeah.
Tone Diggs, 85% of the money was on the Patriots or something like that last night. And the Patriots just cleaned up. And also we found and began the Super Boost heater.
Let's go.
With Gumpy. I mean, bad night for the books last night.
Yeah, it was because 70% of the tickets, 70% of the money, and then a big bet came in late on the Falcons. That guy fucking stinks.
Yikes.
But no, I said it here yesterday on the show.
Somebody just took a massive shot, and I don't know who it is, but there is somebody that just got absolutely smacked in the mouth by Tone Diggs.
I don't know who it is either, to be honest.
Kick him while he's down.
Okay, it was just it was a tweet like anonymous better.
Correct.
Did they ever say like same guy last week who said Bucks in a rat for $250,000?
Rarely.
I was going to say someone from who did the same thing to Diggs put the same wager on the Browns. I don't know if it was the same person, but someone bet like $90,000 on the Browns to cover 2.5 as well.
I wonder.
week.
I wonder if they ever announce or keep track of those people.
Oh, for sure. The books do at least.
The Bucks-
I hope so.
Where's that son of a bitch? Let's wait. We will hold the line. Hold. He's typing. He's not putting his bet in. We gotta wait till tomorrow.
Shit.
Oh, here he is. Change it. That guy's an idiot.
I told you that
Absolutely.
yesterday, Pat. The line at the lowest should have been 10.5. The biggest mismatch of the weekend was the Falcons offense versus the Patriots defense. That one yesterday, the water was running all night.
Yeah, it was.
It was a soak.
It was a dominant performance, and obviously, whenever you have Mac Jones going 22 of 26 for 207 yards, which is what Connor just alluded to there. If throwing the ball 3 yards down the field to your own person and just getting first downs and just literally walking right down the fucking field on people.
Every time.
How much fun does that have to be?
Oh, it's unbelievable. In last year, going 7-9 was, I'll say it, the worst year of my entire life because it sucks when your football team is not good at football, and having Mac Jones and a bright future and all these rookies and a defense. It's unbelievable.
Isn't it crazy? The Lions had one of those years one time, like way back. They had a 7-9 year, like way back in the day.
Yeah, I remember.
And then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna get back good or something." And then, but that was like 70 years ago.
I just think some teams
never did.
Seriously,
They never did.
I think some teams are meant to be bad. The Lions will always be bad, and some teams are meant to be good. Patriots always will be
See,
good.
that's a defeated attitude.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
That
but
is
I think it's
self-handicapping.
true.
But that's not just self-handicapping. That is acknowledging that what is real and what you were saying. Like, it would be terrible if your team sucked. Imagine New York and New Jersey.
Oh.
There are so many humans that live in that area.
Oh, yeah.
So many. So many people. And both those teams stink.
Terrible.
And they have for a while. I mean, for a while. I think that's why, like, Eli, Strahan, and them are all so popular because it was in the largest area of humans.
Yeah.
The team was good for a little bit, and then it was gone. And it's like Sanchez. You know, I guess him and Rex had a run there for a bit. They kind of got, I mean...
Butt fumble.
Yeah,
fumble.
unceremonious
Butt fumble.
ending.
Yeah, it went in Rex. And,
Rex.
well, now Rex and David
Nice.
Salah.
Right,
Yeah.
Just-
But anyways, those teams that just stink, it's not good for the league.
No.
It is not good for the league.
Kick them out.
That. Well, no.
Get
no,
them
no,
off
no.
the tour,
No,
dog.
I'm just saying, like.
Move the city at least.
No, don't move the
to
Lions.
relocate.
Yeah, I don't think we need
Lions.
to pick it up
San
and get out of
Antonio
town.
Lions.
I don't need. We need to. Do, but by the way,
San
the
Antonio
Lions out in like one of the mountain cities.
Where they belong.
Where the mountain? Remember that video we saw? That mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Move the lines where they belong.
Bro, these American Lions we have do not fuck around. I thought we were the beta of the lion
Conglomerate.
Community.
tree.
Sure.
The American lion does not fuck around.
No, we don't.
It's out.
I believe that one was in Provo. I think it was in Utah.
Like fucking Mitt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Near
Logan.
mid.
Mitt grew up around these American lions. That's why he is the way he is today.
That's right.
But the American lion does not get enough respect, I don't think.
No. Much bigger than you anticipate as well.
Yeah, what are you going to do when you walk up on a fucking American lion? Die.
Yeah.
And that's why there ain't no American lions running around Detroit.
No.
Maybe a bunch of wolves, huh?
Oh,
maybe,
what?
maybe some sharks.
What?
Maybe something like that or whatever.
Kittens.
Yeah, but there ain't there. Maybe some steel.
What?
What's up there? There's a little Greek town, right?
Great Town Casino.
Hey, the casino. There's also a bar. There's like a little bar area too, isn't there?
Oh yeah, yes.
You don't know.
I mean, no, I haven't
Oh
heard
my
of it.
God!
There's a Little Caesars on every corner.
Yeah,
Obviously.
all Little Caesars.
You know, that's a big Detroit thing.
But there's no American lions. I mean, we
No.
can go all day to see what is potentially in Detroit, and we got a lot of respect for the people in Detroit.
Of course.
Love Detroit.
We should
Eminem.
keep a team there, and also Mom's Spaghetti. I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to get a sandwich.
Yeah,
there.
Getty sandwich.
Oh,
Rabbit meatballs.
I mean, everybody in 3-1-3. I mean, what you guys? What happened to White Boy Rick? Kind of fucked up.
that
But,
was messed up.
but I do like the city. But keep the team there, maybe.
Keep the team.
Okay.
Just change the name, because maybe you change the name and you send the Lions to like where Lions are in the expansion conversation.
Yes.
Maybe just give Detroit a different name,
Yeah.
different owner. So
Dragons.
it's
No,
kind of
Detroit trucks. We should just be F-150s out there.
yeah, the jacked up ones.
Oh, yeah.
MCDC
Built Ford
driving
tough.
one.
Oh my God! Imagine him slapping the fucking door,
Yeah.
driving up,
Players-
oh,
players in
hanging
the
out.
back. Oh,
Oh,
make it happen.
maybe, or just maybe an AFL team.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think that would work.
Come on.
It's right next to Canada. Maybe a CFL team.
Yeah, if St. Louis Battlehawks come back and they become an NFL team and the Lions become a CFL.
No, but anyways, you guys need to start winning, because it is probably much better to be in a winning organization. This motherfucker has never known loss.
No.
Literally, he's 26.
Yes.
26 years old. They've been good for 20. So I guess his first 5 years he could have learned about it and been told about it. He has never experienced a season where your team is scheduling off season by week 10. Like he is always in it basically, and it seems like they're right back in it. And there is going to be a lot of people very confused about how Bill Belichick is able to withstand his entire team turning over, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Even the players that they have that were there before have been gone and then have now come back. Like Cal Van Noy was a part of the 28-3 Super Bowl, but he was obviously down in Miami, and then he's come back. It's just, it's very interesting that Bill Belichick, who should be, you know, general manager of the year, executive of the year.
yeah.
He's the greatest GM of all time, too.
all time.
That never gets talked about. Always coach, always coach. He's the greatest GM of all time with the most amount of victories and everything like that, the way he's built teams. But it's unbelievable that that team looks like they're all the way back, and they're going to go this year.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, the Patriots are going to go this year.
yeah,
They're going to go on
absolutely.
an absolute run. There's going to be an actual, oh shit, are the fucking Patriots? There's going to be a
are back.
couple of those. Oh shit, are the fucking Patriots? A lot of that, I think. It's crazy.
And they're good again. And to your point, yeah, the last 20 years since 2000, I don't remember the first 5 years of my life. I was basically eating poop. And as soon as I was done,
You ate poop?
Essentially. For
5 years?
Dirt for sure. And I mean, once I became a 6-year-old and we went to the Super Bowl, it was unbelievable. And to your point about Bill Belichick, as the possible executive of the year, going all the way back to the Brady Bledsoe, could you imagine what they said when he did start Brady over the $100 million man, Drew Bledsoe?
This guy's a maniac, an idiot. He has no idea.
idiot,
He's going to
yeah.
run himself out of the league with these decisions. Let's bounce around the NFL. Congrats to the Patriots.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Gump. I think we're going to continue to run now.
Have to.
Thank you, Kyle.
Just one bet, super boost. And then we'll ride that thing just like a craps table.
Boom. Those flames are only going to get bigger.
I had my hands on him. He's hot.
Oh, yeah.
Had my hands on him. He's hot.
Scorching.
Scorching. Now look, Connor's trying to fight the air.
I was scared.
Scared.
I didn't want to get lit on fire.
Yeah, Dirty's like, okay, I mean, he is on fire.
Yeah. Be
on fire.
careful.
Look at Tone, though, in there, ready to go.
Juice. Tone loves the fire.
I misunderstood you, Simon.
No. You understand this. You're Phil Mickelson on Manning Monday night. You crushed it right
Hell
there.
yeah.
All right, let's bounce around the NFL. Some other things going on. Antonio Brown was busted allegedly for using a fake vaccination.
Tony!
So live-in chef, I assume that would have to be down in Tampa Bay where he is living because this would involve the vaccination protocols. That would be the house that we lived in.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's in our house. There is actually a quarters for somebody to live on the property if they were to work at the house.
Not a very big kitchen, though, so no wonder he fired him.
Yeah, well, the kitchen is difficult to maneuver. We've been in there plenty of nights.
Yes.
Smoking plenty of legal vitamins down there. But it is being reported that his live-in chef has come out and said that Bucs wide receiver Antonio Brown is using a fake COVID-19 vaccination to get around the NFL protocols. This is via Dove Kleiman, who didn't we find out?
Yeah, like Billy Sparks. or
Richie
something.
Sparks. Yeah.
Anyways, Dove Kleiman is reporting this, and many others as well.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had to release a statement basically saying, we monitored, we checked, and it did not appear to have any inefficiency as anything or whatever. They just said that they did look, and it didn't look like it was any different. Whenever we all saw the vaccination card or got vaccinated and received the card, it was hard not to just go immediately as somebody that used the fake ID
Yes.
for 4 years. Okay, immediately upon seeing that vaccination card, I was like, this is pretty duplicable. This seems to be very, very duplicable. What separates this from anything else? And the pharmacist who gave me the shot was the one that filled out the Johansson or Janssen or whatever. So it's not like the handwriting is the same.
Correct.
The sign is just whatever pharmacist is doing this. The numbers appear to be there. So your immediate thought is, this is going to get faked.
Yeah. Easily.
And then whenever it started becoming a mandated places, not just in the NFL, I'm talking about there's a lot of mandates. You just had to, if you had a brain, had to think that it was fake. I just assumed that there was something that people that were smarter than us, like how they say on money, there's things that are in there that you can't duplicate and create it. And then there's photos where they put little things in the back that if you were to pull it or screenshot it or post it, it'll come to the light. But I just assumed there was something that made it different than everybody else that was thinking the same exact thing. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers came out and said, if it was a fake, we didn't notice anything different. How will they be able to figure that out? Some people are saying it's a federal law that he went against. How will they ever know?
Yeah, I don't know. And we were talking about it before the show. Like, is this something they want to start dipping their toes into? Like, I feel like, hey, guess what? Antonio Brown, probably not the only guy who has this situation going on. So
maybe, by the way, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. We don't know what the spike could potentially be from former live-in chef.
Right, for sure.
We have no idea, and we will assume that AB says this is not true. The Buccaneers said they could not view anything as being not true. But I think in society as a whole, we could assume that
probably a
there is
decent amount of
somebody-
people doing this.
Well,
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is all alleged, and luckily for Antonio Brown, a scenario like this has never happened before, where he hasn't paid someone, and then they've come out and said something that was supposed to be secret. So, this is the first time it's ever happened to him, so we should believe it.
As a Pittsburgh Steelers fan,
Right,
also
yeah.
like live-in chef, potentially would like to bring up other stuff. But Antonio Brown did go through some stuff, obviously off the field. A lot of things happened. Justice, I believe, was served, and he hopefully is out of that.
Yes.
I don't think this decision by him will be regarded as harshly, I think, in the public narrative. But if the NFL and the government, who was already right, didn't the government, they were already wanted to see the emails, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
The government wanted to see the other 650,000 emails.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever the email thing was going on with Bruce Allen, remember Congress or Senator, which said there's 3 parts of government.
Of course.
No, but one of them showed up, right?
Yeah, a
Yes.
couple did at
Yeah.
the owners'
Council.
meetings.
Like
Yeah.
we expect to be able to see blah, blah, blah. This seems like this is potentially another thing, right? That some government official would like to potentially get behind or involved because this is probably happening a much larger thing. And the NFL probably knows that. So I wonder how they'll settle that and handle that, I wonder. That's a big one. This is a big one.
Have they said what kind of, like, if it is true, what kind of punishment that carries in the league? Like,
You go to jail.
Well, that's what.
Dahn,
Yeah,
you go to jail.
it's possible.
Do
Forging
not
medical.
pass go directly to jail.
That's right.
No, that's what people said, though. It is like a federal thing.
Yeah.
Forging medical documents, I think, is what the title of or whatever law.
And they'll be
they're
able to
breaking.
soup that up. They'll add like 45 other charges on there, too.
'Cause, I mean-
who wrote it, how'd they write it, how'd you deliver it, how'd you present it. There'll be so many different.
And when this was going on with Aaron, a lot of people were saying, could you imagine how many people you could have killed to Aaron? So if people have fake vaccination cards, possibly, then I'm sure they'll probably put that same spin on
Aaron
that.
lied. No, I'm not getting it.
People died, damn
There's
it.
a lot of that in my tweets, man.
Immunize, huh?
My mentions for that were insane. And then even when Antonio Brown, this just happened, there was a lot of people tweeting,
yeah,
why don't you have AB on?
Right. Yeah.
Hey, the home of the lying vaxxers.
Well.
All right, well. By the way, if Antonio Brown would like to...
Come on.
Could also tell him, the ins and outs of that house if he won
There's
any.
a couple things you can do. You can actually trick that air conditioning schedule.
Yeah.
If you'd like to really get into it to keep that place below 95 degrees.
It'd be
I
nice
wonder
if-
if we're still paying for the internet, by the way.
I'd assume.
It's good internet.
At one point, we
Enjoy
were
it.
paying for AB in that house for 2 months.
the only thing he's paying for is cleaning that pool because they sure as hell didn't do it.
Oh, no, I saw
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
That thing is spotless.
Yeah.
Now.
Crystal. Whatever the case. Live-in chef. We saw where he lived, too. That was DeZito. That was your
Yeah, Zito's quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zito had his own house down there.
That poor chef.
What does that mean?
Is that why the chef's mad, you're saying, Tony?
What is that? What is your deal?
I mean, did they come in with hazmat suits and clean out the quarters before the chef?
This is unbelievable.
My God.
Zito, you do not deserve this.
I don't even know what to say.
He's speechless. Zito is speechless from your
How dare you, Tony?
incredibly toxic.
I'm
and-
upset with Zeke.
Why?
You know why.
Go on.
Guy was supposed to be head to toe in a 3-piece pinstripe suit today.
I didn't wear it today. I thought I was staying.
It's
No,
disappointing.
you never thought you were staying because you didn't even mention not staying until today when you were already here.
I always have my Al Capone suit. I could go to the cleaners right now and pick it up.
Hey, by the way, I don't know if you, I don't know if anybody's noticed or not. There is one pinky ring already. There will be another one.
Hell yeah.
2 washes. Couple
Hey,
necklaces.
let's not get carried away, okay?
Full jumpsuits. A lot of gabagool. I'm meeting, I believe I'm meeting the Galante family today. How we doing? How's the family?
Yeah.
I can't wait. I am so excited.
Are you going to have him ready, too?
I'm going in. Oh my God.
Guns
I can't
blazing.
wait to do the
How you doing?
Hey,
How you doing?
oh my God.
How you doing?
Got any mousse for the hair, perhaps?
No, the hair stays. Hair
Okay.
stays. All right, that's how we accessorize by the hair stays.
Okay.
Kind of, it's a little short right now, by the way. Had a haircut. Had a incredible barber come by the
So
office.
good.
Good guy.
At Back Porch Barber. Good. Hey, I think that's a good brand too.
I like that name.
Yeah, I like it. He's in the Maestro's. He came by the other day to cut it. I think he's going to start doing it. He's in Indiana. It's tough to find a very reliable face, especially with our schedule. It's hard to find like open slots or whatever. This dude, I guess, fan of the show, like asked to do it almost. We're like, dude, you're going to come to us and cut our fucking hair. Come on in, pal.
Brought in a nice ass barber
Fucking
chair.
barber chair in here?
Yeah.
We are coming up in
Nice
the world.
touch.
But the hair stays, is what I'm saying.
I didn't know he was a Maestro's guy, by the way. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's in the Maestro's family.
The family.
Yeah, did you not see what it was?
I saw him wearing it.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in it. I just figured
Yeah,
he was a fan like we are.
He's in the Maestrina.
Yeah, sure.
The Maestrina.
How's your family?
How's your family?
Part of the family.
Hey, Ton, what should I do? The
No.
yeah. What? Yeah, I think I should.
Fucking.
What's that?
You should tread lightly.
Why? Listen, I'm Italian.
Yeah, but no Italian wears 2 watches or 2 pinky rings.
What? I do.
Yeah. It's not true.
You know what you really
You're
want
right.
to do? Sign a good faith. You bring him a sampler platter from Fazoli's.
That would.
Hey,
Started off right.
I said, you want to get smacked in the mouth. That's what you do.
hey, he's better than Mama's cooking.
Hey, here's some Midwest gabagool.
Damn right.
You bring Fugazis. That's not going to go well.
Oh. Gretzky's.
All right, let's get to a break. We're back in 4 minutes. We'll hit some phone calls. 1-833-4 McAfee. On this Big Sale Friday, 25% off everything at our store. Store.patmcafeeshow.com. Bunch of new shit in there as well. We'll see you in 4 minutes.
Big Sale Friday! Big Sale Friday! Big Sale Friday! Big Sale Friday! Big Sale Friday, what? Big Sale Friday, bitch! Big Sale Friday! Oh, Big Sale Friday! Big Sale! Big Sale Friday!
Big Sale Friday.
Big Sale Friday, dude. 25% off everything.
Hey, with the 17-game season, I talked to Pat earlier. I've seen some people try to say players may be pacing themselves or whatever. They can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Do you ever feel that with anybody? Is like your day-to-day change or anyone's mindset change with the 17-game season? And also, what are the chances that you're going to be playing in Green Bay next year?
Hey, that's good journalism.
It's a twofer.
Thank you for that too. For that, I find it hard to imagine anybody's pacing themselves. We're talking about one more game. You know, we've played 16 games for so many years in a row now. One extra game, you're talking about, you know, a 6.25% increase in playing. Like, I don't think anybody's actually really pacing themselves with the extra game now.
You just do that. Wow. Did you just do that math in your head right there? Or do you have the? Are you one of those guys like, let me carry the one?
42 times.
Yeah, they have this cover 2 defense right now. I've seen this 40. Is that you? Is that real?
That's real, yeah.
All right.
So,
7 times 2.
I do have some good mental math tricks I can do another time.
Another show. Let's
Another show. Age, no comment.
Oh shit! Hey, they're gonna have to bleep me out of a lot.
That's a good thing.
My reaction now.
I just wanted to no comment you age. That's fun for me. Now that you're a media person, you're a big media guy.
Isn't that the first thing they tell you though when they sit you down your rookie year? Don't say no comment. That's what they told us.
Yeah, I wasn't part of that conversation.
But you are a rebel though, so you can say it.
A maverick. To walk into any Howl at the Moon and go, wish you would step from that ledge, my friend.
Jumper.
We could
cut ties with all the lies that we've been living in.
And
if you do not want to see me again, I would understand.
that's what I want to do at Howl at the Moon. Just slide on the knees with the guitar.
Howl at the Moon is just pianos usually.
No.
You wouldn't get it.
Assume Raj had to walk in there and do a full, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
curtsy. Hey, we're coming. We're bringing a big sports stooge thing over here. Is that okay? Yep, deal. Perfect. Let's get some tea. Let's get the fuck out of here. How do you think that went between Raj and the Clean? You think she liked them?
Yeah. I bet she liked them. She probably knows a lot. Like, what if she's sitting there and then all of a sudden she's like, so what about the Deshaun Watson situation? What about the Deshaun Watson situation? What about the Deshaun Watson situation? that was spot on accent.
Hit that one out of the park.
Like, what if she's really dialed in to the NFL?
aside from where I'm at. Told me I ain't got the range, I'll switch up, then laugh. Getting sex with appetite, I could do this every night. Competition, what I'm dishing, I ain't leaving room to bite. Think you better than whoever, take a hint in a Sprite. Thirst for a light, that ain't a real fight. Really.
Welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show here on Big Sale Friday.
Woo! Hell yeah!
25% off everything at store.patmcafeeshow.com. Go ahead and try to order some new stuff, old stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. What?
For the holiday season, maybe a gift, maybe for yourself. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
With all that being said, we are getting updates from around the internet, and we do appreciate everybody's action, of course. But it does appear as if our store, in which we thought was built on marble, is currently taking on some fire.
Yeah.
It is currently charging $20,000 for a 5X shirt.
It takes a lot to, make those things. So
the store,
Inflation.
and inflation in the evergreen boat.
Yeah, that's right.
And that glitch hopefully will be fixed.
Yeah.
And also saying it can't ship to Michigan.
Right. Right.
So is that because the store heard us talking about the Lions maybe moving to Utah?
Yeah.
Whatever the case. We don't promote the store much because every time we do, stuff like this happens.
Yeah, exactly. It is raining scunion on the store right now.
My God. Now, CFO Phil, who is a one-man operation over there.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce has joined in on the ride, So Phil gets a little upset whenever I say, hey, like that store, but with technology, there's going to be an issue. And it feels like the last time we did a sale, Shopify crashed, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
This time, we're charging $25,000 for 5X shirts. I don't know. Does this happen to every store? What happened?
So I was told that was a one-of-a-kind sweater.
Yeah.
It's made with gold flakes.
It was an NFT, dude. That was an NFT.
If you get it, you will get a Christmas card with it, so you can go ahead and buy the 20,000.
Allegedly, footballs aren't up there either.
Hey, there's a couple Michiganders in the chat saying they had no problem. So maybe
Well, that's what we're saying. Okay. Like, there's a chance you might get a $20,000 charge for a 5X shirt. I would assume if you go back out, refresh, it's not going to be there. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And if it is, just take it on the shins. We appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the store.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, let's get some phone calls, shall we?
Hell yeah.
Oh, no. Sorry, phone call. And this happens a lot. I would like us to cover this before, Coach JB, AJ gets here and everything. Dak saying that he had to remind people that he's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Every day, this is a real thing that's happening. Every single day, I'm finding out something new about Dak Prescott that makes me love Dak Prescott even more. As of late, couple things. He talks shit. He swears. Him and Mike McCarthy have become friends, I think. He's a leader. He is an actual Wolverine, came back from one of the most devastating injuries of all time. He squirts water into his own mouth, which I'm a big fan of. And then after scoring a touchdown, he flexes and says, I feel like people forgot that I'm a big motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I do know what you're saying, Dak. And that was via Mike Leslie at Mike Leslie WFAA.
Ooh, farmer.
My Dak.
Dude.
That's not
Writer of Football of America.
Association. No, that's Winning Football America Association.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
West Florida Athletic Association.
Okay. That was the Winning Farmers Association of America.
No.
Okay.
This is the Whining Farmers Association of America. There's not a lot in there.
Great farmer.
There's not a lot in there. No. That is a WFAA. I don't know if this is Mike Leslie's WFAA. So I'm not sure where Dak said this. I don't know if it was a podcast, but if he said in a press conference, I feel like people forgot that I'm a big motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I love him. So, because there's no way anybody was expecting that answer. Hey, why did you do the celebration? Why did you seem excited? Maybe his, just all the work that we put in and to see where this team is and all that. And Dak goes, no, people forgot that I'm a fucking beast, dude. And that is amazing to me. I love this dude.
And this just makes me think like Hard Knocks has been sweet, but I really wish they would have stayed with the Cowboys.
Whoa.
But, the Colts the Colts one's been, it's only one episode and it was entertaining, but they were already there. Like, And to watch the Cowboys with that much hype, because it happens every year, and especially with Hard Knocks, it's like, oh, they're going to, win their division and be in the playoffs. And a lot of times those teams
they don't. Yeah.
They don't. They're very good. Yeah. And seeing Dak continue to that would have been awesome.
Dak talked about his relationship with Zeke, and he said whenever he was a rookie or something, Zeke didn't have a car and Dak was driving, and Zeke left his $5 million signing bonus in the car. So the signing bonus comes as a check, like one of your game checks. People obviously direct deposit, but you have to get a hard copy or whatever basically for that. And I got a signing bonus for $1 million, and that was the first time I really got to see the tax really hit you right in the face, because it was a nice round number, $1 million. And then all of a sudden, oh, Uncle Sam, shout out, dude.
Shout out.
Oh, the county I'm standing in. Oh, shout out. Oh, the city I'm in. Oh, shout out. Shout out to this. $520,000. Holy fuck. Dak found Zeke's $5 million signing bonus in his car, and he called him and he said, hey, I'm not going to make this for the next 4 years, man. You deserve this. Isn't that crazy to think that Dak was given the same about opportunity or chance probably in the draft by people like similar Russell Wilson situation, Tom Brady situation? There is a lot of those that happen in the NFL, it feels like. And I think it keeps you as a human. Like if you make it, I think it keeps you as a human. Like I think Dak will never forget how many people slept on him and who he is. Those people that maybe get thrusted into the superstardom, number 1, number 2 overall, and I'm not saying all, but I'm saying in general, you could potentially change because but whenever you're that 4th, 3rd, 5th, 6th, and you're at that quarterback position, you got to be a grinder in there in the NFL. In college, you're great, okay? You're getting drafted in the NFL. Curtis Painter was like a 7th rounder or whatever. He had to reprove himself after being you don't get drafted in the NFL if you stink.
Yeah, he's Big Ten Player of the Year his last year there.
Yeah, but he's 7th round draft pick or whatever for us, or 6th round draft pick. It's like, I think that, keeps you going. And Dak just seems to be the guy. And all of Dallas knew it. Jerry knew it. That's why he wrote him a check. And it even more so why they didn't get a deal done earlier. Like you knew you had the guy.
Exactly.
It seems like the more I've learned about him, it's like this is a guy. We all know he's a guy, which is what everybody who knows him has been saying, by the way, this entire time. How did they not get a deal done for so long? Is now the question that we could look back on if we are pessimistic pricks.
I went to Mike Leslie's World Freedom of Aerial Acrobatics tweet, and it was tweeted with a video from inside the NFL, which is on Paramount Plus, and it's Dak on the sidelines talking to people after. I think that's where he said it.
Okay.
I didn't get to listen to it because it will make noise and we're on a show.
Yeah,
but it seems like that's the situation.
And where did Mike Leslie work at again? The
World Foundation of Aerial Acrobatics.
Wow.
He's a stunt plane driver.
Yeah. Awesome.
Gymnast, maybe.
No, he's a trapeze artist.
Maybe.
There it is. Gymnast.
Is he Cirque du Soleil?
Similar.
Ooh.
Hey, Cirque du Soleil. That's some impressive shit.
Yeah, that's
I saw them jump off like, I don't know, maybe 100-foot thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then go down into like a pool.
Oh,
Yeah,
no way.
Similar to only the cartoons used to do, but they did it for real.
They do it and then the base of the pool goes up and down. So like sometimes that pool is probably 20 feet deep.
Sure.
And then sometimes they're running across the top of it. The show was insane because you just saw them running across the top of it. And then all of a sudden, like 35 seconds later, all eyes are in the sky in the biggest theater you've ever seen in your life. And it's some Cirque du Soleil doing some Olympic 45 flip thing right into the pool. And you're like, thou dead. And then all of a sudden swims out the other side and spits out water. It's insane what they do.
That's electric.
The trampoline stuff too, whenever they get going on there.
When they're swinging on those things, like the swing set with just one bar.
Yeah, is that what Mike Leslie's doing?
I think so.
Man, he's reporting on football too.
That's right. Yeah.
Let's get some phone calls. We appreciate him.
Athlete.
Man. Let's go to Rocky in Oregon on the 5-hour energy phone line. What's going on, Rocky? Rocky.
Hey, so quick question. So we've seen a lot of rookie QBs play like trash this year other than Mac Jones. If you would have placed Mac Jones in any other system with Shanahan, with Nagy, or anywhere the other rookies are, would they be having similar experiences? Would Mac Jones be still going off like the way he is right now with Shanahan?
Great question, Rocky. I think in Shanahan, yes.
Yeah.
Now, that is only off the narrative that Shanahan is good, though. And then there has been some questions on whether or not he is outright good or not.
Yeah.
But remember what Shanahan was able to do with Matt Ryan and what Matt Ryan looked like with Shanahan as the guy that was kind of pulling the strings. Now, I'm not saying that Mac Jones is better than Jimmy G right now, but I think a lot of people would say, hey, I'd take Mac Jones over Jimmy G 7 days out of 7 days now. And I think that might cause a little bit of a ripple, but I think it's because his contract where it is right now, with how he's playing, with how quickly it seems like he has picked up breaking down defenses. Remember, it came out that Mac Jones was teaching Cam Newton stuff, and everybody was like, this is disrespectful, me included. Like, I could see how people would think this would be disrespectful to Cam Newton, but that Sarkisian offense he ran in Alabama, he had to read the defense. Now, college defense is very bland.
Yeah.
Very easy from what I've been told. This is not me. This is just what I've been told from quarterbacks. But he had to read the defenses in college, and then, everybody was wide open for 45,000 yards. So much so that a wide receiver that he was throwing to got the Heisman.
Yeah.
And there was other receivers that got over 1,000 yards. It was like he was so good at deciphering what's going on. Then if you look at Dahn Orlovsky's video from 2 weeks ago or whatever, and Dan sometimes stooge.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes we all got. I'm a stooge sometimes or whatever.
Sure.
He broke down a play down on the goal line, like a 2-yard touchdown pass that seemed to be wide open. That Mac Jones literally got the safety directly out of the way of where he wanted to throw the ball, just immediately off the snap. Rookie quarterback, knowing exactly where he's going and how he can fuck with this NFL vet, basically.
Yeah.
He goes right here, boom, opens it up, and it looks like it's just a wide open touchdown. Well, it is a wide open touchdown because the person that's supposed to cover that was just shifted for the last 2 seconds away from it. It's like those little things, I think, are what are separating Mac from being the rookie. And that's why I don't think any of us view him that way. Even though he was supposed to be the number 3 overall pick. This dude was supposed to be the number 3 overall pick, falls to the evil empire somehow.
Well,
and then now it appears as if he should have been probably maybe the number 1 guy.
Well, that's what I was thinking last night is how much do you think the Falcons are kicking themselves for holding on to Matt Ryan? Like, Kyle Pitts is obviously going to be a stud, but like
they couldn't trade him.
Well, I know, but like, I mean, shit, they could have had Mac at 4, or they could have had, Justin Fields, who's from the Atlanta area. Like, Matt Ryan, he's just done.
69-3.
Yeah. I mean, you look at him, and their O-line's not good and stuff like that, but you look at him back there, like, he just can't do it on his own anymore. And who knows if they're ever going to be in a position to get a guy like Mac again. I mean, already this next round.
No, I think they are.
No,
I think they're
going to
figure it out. I think they'll figure out how to get in that position again.
Maybe a team
I'm
will
worried about how
actually
much
want.
Matt Ryan's bleeding. He bleeds a lot this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like he's potentially got a little bit thinner blood.
Yeah, I don't like what's going on there.
Is that the white platelets?
Is
Or
he-
the red?
It could be the blue, and they hit the air. And it
So
turns-
osmosis happens.
Yes.
And plants are born.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Photosynthesis.
There it is.
Osmosis has nothing to do with the blood cells, I don't think.
It's
I thought it
Well,
did.
Osmosis
of-
Jones, that Chris Rock cartoon.
Yeah, he was
inside
he
the
goes
body.
in the body.
Anyways, yeah, it did seem like he's bleeding a lot.
Yeah.
He hope he's okay. Maybe we should get that checked out.
Yeah.
But Matt Ryan was never not going to be a Falcon strictly because they could have never got rid of him.
For sure.
No way.
But they could have prepared for the future, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Because everyone was talking about they were going to get Trey Lance and kind of have him learn from Matt Ryan, and it was almost they said, fuck it, give us Kyle Pitts, and now they're probably wishing they would have got a guy like Matt.
How about Mac Jones as a Jaguar? Do they stink?
Geez.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Him in Jacksonville, they stink still.
And
yeah.
I think Trevor Lawrence in New England would be very good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Their O-line is playing very well.
Who, New England?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
finally
then
got
they have
healthy.
Stevenson and Harris, and then they also
Brandon
Bolden is back there,
third down back, yeah.
and that defense.
Yeah, defense
is
is unreal. To Ty's point, like Denver and Carolina are the two teams that's like, man, they probably should have taken a QB and they'd probably be in a little bit of a different spot.
But once again, if you don't have Josh McDaniels and Bill Belichick, which I think is what this person was asking, although the narrative of Shanahan is different, I guess the Nagy comparison is real if you just look at the record. Although last year they had zero chance of winning any games.
Yeah.
Last year they got kicked out of their own stadium. Everybody had COVID and they got injured.
People got hurt.
But that offense is supposed to be good. If you get Mac Jones in there and you get a good run game and everything, I assume Mac would do well over there.
Artie Smith, offensive genius.
And that's where he was supposed to go. We thought he was going to go there.
Yeah. No matter what, we know the Jets would stink with whoever's back there.
Yeah.
True.
But is Zach ever going to be something? I guess we'll find out. Or will the Jets kill him? Who knows? AJ Hawk will tell us in the next hour.
T-shirts, sweatshirts, crew necks, hats, joggers, shorts, quarter zip, tank tops, Christmas sweaters, and so much more.
I think we have potentially introduced people to the people of Pittsburgh, and I think a lot of people have potentially taken liking to more things out of Pittsburgh because of it, and for that, incredibly honored to be a part of. With that being said, when a video hits the internet like one did yesterday, and a Yinzer is showing off what a Yinzer is like at home, behind closed doors, when being caught on a candid camera, a lot of people immediately tweet us and go, oh, we thought you were lying, Donner, about what Pittsburgh's like. It's like, no. Yinzers are electric factory. Yinzers are hilarious. Yinzers are passionate. And this one particular Yinzer took the world by storm yesterday. Go ahead and run this thing.
A direct snap to Nod. That's my call. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Spread them on, do a direct snap to Nod.
Nausea.
Copper fit knee braces.
Works hard. Do what they want to do. They're going to run it right up the middle for 0 yards.
That's what they're going
to do. 0.
Why don't they bring in Watt, the fullback?
Yeah, they don't need that. They need blocking.
He's going to pass.
No, he's not.
What's he back there
He's
for?
going to pass. No, he's not.
He's going to hand it off to that guy with no momentum. That's why.
That's why.
He did it.
He did.
He did a slant. Touchdown. Go! You better pick him up and put him down, motherfucker! Slow motherfucker!
So mad.
Why didn't he pick him up and put him down?
I don't know what that means.
Dad, he's a receiver. That's a touchdown. That's bullshit, Dad. Look at where the guy comes to catch him.
How old is this guy?
Who knows?
50?
He could be 70, could be 30.
See, that's what you do with the slant all the time. It's always there.
All right, so this guy obviously captivated the internet. Epitome of Yinzer, at eYinzer is the Twitter account. And a lot of people immediately asked us, do you know who this guy is? And I think a lot of people are potentially saying that in jest. We do. That guy's from Plum. Yeah, we have seen those videos before they went on the internet. He is a beauty. Did you hear everything that was being said whenever you were potentially...
Just from you.
Oh, so you did hear it. Yeah. Okay, so let's address it.
Hold on.
All right.
You can be a hater.
No.
You can change.
Carson.
You can change. We can change your
No,
opinion.
at the moment I was at, okay, Carson. You know, with the Daily Show, the live Daily Show, you know, we can potentially get referred to as prisoners of the moment. You probably did hear me say some things. That was at a much different time.
Backtrack with it.
No,
it's cool. We're here face to face. You can change. People change, all right?
By the way, you are much bigger than I thought you were. Oh, yeah. When Jalen gets drafted there, was that the beginning of it all? Was there a miscommunication? What happened between you and Doug? Because they were saying it was fractured beyond repair.
Yeah.
What happened there? Is all of that accurate? Is that all kind of getting blown out of proportion?
Yeah.
And where did it start?
For one, I don't like to ever come out and say reporters aren't telling the truth because I don't. But
Orlovsky does it.
I'm not. I'm not going to dispute every report that's out there. You know, the way the season went obviously wasn't ideal. When Jalen was drafted, that had no bearing on me. I trusted the organization. Okay. I signed that contract. You know, I was devoted to them, and I felt like they were devoted to me. So I trusted the pick. You know, that had no bearing on my confidence or my abilities. You know, the season unfolded not how I would have liked it. Personally, I could have played better. We lost a lot of games at the end and just didn't fall into place the way we wanted. But there's a lot to learn from it, you know, as a man, as a player, and all those things. And, you know, I have still a lot of respect for Coach Peterson, and I think without a doubt those reports are very exaggerated. Like I said, I don't hear a lot of them. They come to my attention from my agents or different things.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of respect for him, and it was unfortunate for everybody and how the whole thing kind of just went down.
There was a couple still shots that made its way around where you and Doug Peterson appeared to be giving each other a nasty look.
Yeah, I saw those.
It's not true.
Not true at all.
Oh, you were not saying, I wish you died. With your
I don't even think I was looking at him in those shots. So I did see that. I'm like, of course, they're going to play this one up. they're gonna make a story out of anything. That's how it is. So, but yeah, that's not true at all.
Okay, so I'm happy to hear you weren't giving Doug Peterson death looks. Like, you never thought, like, oh, football isn't for me. Like, there was never a thought where I don't like football anymore. Or I don't want to be in this bullshit league anymore with this business. There was never a thought like that.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. The way the season went, I mean, it was frustrating. And
People
so
have those
that's why I stepped away, and it almost rejuvenated me. You know, it's almost like last year pissed me off so much. I want to come back in a different way and do everything I can. I am thrilled to be here and to have this new start, new opportunity. And the community seems amazing. The fan base seems amazing. Like we said, it seems like the perfect fit.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. I hope you are having a fantastic Big Sale Friday, November 19th, 2021. Hour 2 of the show begins now. Big Sale Friday, store.patmcafeeshow.com, 25% off everything. They don't want to get in there quick. Supply chain, you heard it. Now, if you do end up getting charged $20,000 for a sweatshirt or $13,000 for some golf balls, go ahead and go back in and go back. Take the game out.
Yep, blow on it.
Apparently there are some glitches, but that's going to happen whenever the greatest group of humans of all time all dive into one place. And those are the people that watch this show on a daily basis. We can't thank you enough. You are the best. I'm buying those, but nobody else buy these balls.
No, don't.
These are the best golf balls that have ever been created. They actually said scratch golf balls. That's what they call them.
Birdie.
Scratch golf balls.
That would make sense.
You become a scratch golfer with those golf balls right there.
You can't slice those balls.
And also, you can't buy those, literally, because then it would cause so much pain on the other side. We'd have to do the whole.
But once again, if you do want to spend $13,000 on some golf balls, those are the
Those
ones.
may not be signed by Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson.
Maybe.
So.
Jack Nicklaus.
Maybe. Huh?
I think Arnold Palmer's son.
Did he really?
A couple years ago, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Comes with a year's supply of Arnold Palmer's.
Also, the Will Smith as the caddy.
Bagger Vance.
Yeah, Bagger Vance.
I didn't know that.
That was a hard way to track down.
Yeah, Bagger Vance was deep down there.
Francis we met, too.
Yeah. Who?
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, he was in that one show where he, as a kid, he slept in the...
Even Steven.
Steven.
Yeah, he's in
He slept in that store.
Yeah.
Hey, he's on some stuff, huh?
Oh, yeah.
He's living.
Oh, yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it.
He made some good movies.
Joining us now is a man... Yeah, I mean, the one where the machines came together.
Yeah. No, recently.
I've never seen Eagle Eye. Oh, yeah, Eagle Eye was the supercomputer, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Kill him.
American Honey was pretty good.
The song?
No,
Yeah.
he actually...
Lady
yeah,
Antebellum.
Like American Honey. Joining us now is an American treasure.
Yeah, sure.
College football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup champion, AJ Hall. AJ, how's this Feel Good Big Sale Friday going for you, pal?
So I got up here a little early today. And I got to catch some of the show. And
how's it been going?
I just started. I always think about somebody that's never seen the show, never heard of it, and someone's like, "Hey, you got to watch these guys. These Pat McAfee guys changing the game of media."
Yeah.
And you guys spent like 10 minutes talking about Mike Leslie, WFAA, and then Diggs comes back. Diggs says he's a trapeze artist, and you guys just go with it.
He was.
Diggs is looking at his computer. I assumed he looked that up. Did you know what the WFAA?
I don't know. I didn't check out anything.
See?
I'm guessing he's not a trapeze artist when he's not writing stories.
We don't know. I think it's an entire association.
Oh, shit.
He's versatile.
Oh, it's online.
Yeah.
Tony.
See, you can call us stupid or whatever. or maybe naive, but when Dahn puts on his game face with that cowboy hat and looks at the computer and even does like a read thing, I just assume that's like, hey, this is actual fact.
Gospel. It turns out it's WFA 8, Channel 8 News, ABC in Dallas.
That makes a lot more sense.
As a trapeze artist.
Well, I was wondering how, the Cirque du Soleil guy was going to get tied into the football game, but there's all types of bloggers these days. People have interesting things.
Know.
You never know what they're into. Anyways, Dak's awesome. How about that fucking I'm a big motherfucker line from him? I love that guy.
Dak's the man. Yeah, he really is. And then I don't know if it came out. There was a little story. My brother sent it to me about Dak when he threw the cup over his shoulder. He realized he missed the trash can during the game, so he goes back behind the bench and throws the cup away. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, the more I think you said it best. Like the more you learn about Dak, the more you love him, and I am absolutely 100% on board with that.
Me too. Have you talked to Mike McCarthy at all about how much he loves Dak? Because there at the beginning of Hard Knocks, right? Mike McCarthy actually had to say, "I'm just busting your balls, kid. I'm just like I think they might be a perfect relationship, right? If he's a Yinzer like I think he is, and I'm watching and learning about Dak, like it feels like that is maybe a match made in heaven there for an extended period of time."
It absolutely should be. I can definitely see how Mike McCarthy loves everything that Dak is doing for that team and how he is far and away the leader, and it all runs through him. And I'm sure Dak loves having Big Mike there, to bounce ideas off of, ask him things that he has seen in the past. I mean, Big Mike's been around a lot of good offenses for a long time in the NFL, so he's seen a lot.
What's Big Mike doing, you think? Just walking around, roaming around, setting a schedule, giving motivational speeches, hammering watermelons, and then just showing up and clapping along? What do you think he does, literally?
That's a great question, because when I was playing for Big Mike, he was the offensive play caller, so he's calling the plays. So therefore, I think you have to be a lot more involved in every single meeting and all that. And I'm sure he's involved in everything, but not calling the plays on Sundays, I bet he misses it. I bet he really does. He probably almost gets bored on the sidelines.
That's what I'm thinking. What does he do on a day-to-day? Just bounces around meeting to meeting, and then he goes hangs out?
Him and Jer probably riding around the golf cart, checking out the facilities. Probably, yeah, it'd be awesome.
Going through the entire – hey, Jer, this is what Mike's saying. Hey, Jer. Listen, Kellen Moore just told me what they're doing. It's going to be awesome. Listen, hey, Jerry, listen, we need to beat the fuck out of these Broncos. What are we going to do? We have everything planned. Jerry, we got it, Jerry. Like those two just do-si-doing around that Cowboys complex. That's what, like 1 million square feet or something like that is funny to think about. Breaking news out of the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles have dove deep into the Brinks truck to pay Dallas Goedert a 4-year, $57 million extension with $35 million guaranteed. That's the much more important number. Sources have told Ian Rappaport at Rap Sheet and Mike Garafolo at the NFL Network. Congrats, Dallas. We're talking about Dak in Dallas and Big Mike in Dallas and Jerry in Dallas and the Dallas Cowboys. How about Dallas Goedert getting fucking paid? Whenever we saw old Cuzzy get traded out of there, that goes back a couple years now, right? Whenever Ertz. Ertz in Dallas had kind of been, sharing reps and sharing balls. Ertz was getting paid. He had already won a Super Bowl. He had been a guy. Then there was a thought on what the future will look like. Dallas Goedert's the guy. Ertz is out in Arizona loving his life, I'd assume. And the Philadelphia Eagles will move along with Coach Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, and Dallas Goedert. Your thoughts, AJ Hawk?
It makes complete sense. Don't you think Philly they're watching Goedert and how he plays and how good he is, and they see other tight end success in the league too? Like, this is a great time to be a tight end in the NFL. As good as I can remember, I think, when there's so many elite tight ends, and they all seem to be competing with each other who can get the top spot.
And they seem to be liked by everybody. A tight end is...
And they seem to all like each other, too.
Yeah, tight end just seems to be the best position of all time. You're an overgrown freak athlete that they have created the offense basically around with the way the NFL rules are now. And back in the day, they might not have had you going out and running routes as much. There was probably old tight ends that had to put on 30, 40 pounds because they had to block so much that are saying to themselves right now, if I would have been able to fucking run around and run... Like Kyle Pitts, last night, Aikman was like, calling him a tight end is very interesting at this point. He is a wide receiver, but those big body guys that can really produce for you, it's good for any team to have. What were you going to say, Tom?
It's basically, so Kittle, that's 14.25 a year average. Kittle gets 15, Kelsey gets 14.3, so it's right underneath those two.
Yeah, so it's in the tight end university market.
Yeah.
Right here's where we're at. Other breaking news, AJ Hawk, Lamar Jackson back at practice after 2 days missed with an illness. What was the illness and what is wrong with the grass in Baltimore?
Jeez.
It's awesome.
It's cold up
They
there.
play on a baseball field?
I was going to say.
I thought it was at first.
I think it's a parking lot.
It looks like a
Concrete,
parking lot
yeah.
potentially.
No, there's lines on that field.
Yeah, but they can put lines on a.
There was that
parking
video
lot.
this summer,
Not
right?
big
Lamar was
There's
was
good
on
grass
the
back
Can we
there.
zoom in on that thing
Yeah,
real
give me a
quick?
second.
Yeah, that little hill has some nice grass.
Yeah, it looks like dead grass.
Yeah, but you know that the practice fields are different than the grass that they just.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it looks like the grass. Yeah, that just
Yeah,
when
some
there's
fall.
not enough sun, man. How do you
Yeah.
keep the grass going? That's
So-
why Lambeau has those grow lights that roll over their game field all year.
And that's why the Phoenix and Las Vegas fields walk outside to
That's right.
they take a walk to go get the grass because this grass is much different than the decoratory grass that's up on that hill up there. The grass that they're trying to do down on the field, and I only know this because, I mean, Troy, the Colts groundskeeper,
Yeah.
fucking legend. This guy, he loves fucking grass. Like he absolutely loves it. He's out there before the sun every single day. He's got a bunch of John Deeres that are running around.
hell yeah.
He's got a team. He's got to move. He's got to pick up and put new turf down, saw it in the middle of winter. He's got to do the entire thing. They love it. They try their absolute best. There are people obsessed with how those fields work and what is the best option for the team to use for the next week, for the next 2 weeks. That's the whole thing. I assume that's the only grass they can grow over there is the cement-looking one.
Why do you think Jimmy's Seafood would poison the practice field
See,
grass?
that is something to think about.
It's interesting.
They do that little cicada party.
Yeah.
You know what the cicadas do? Down into the roots.
Exactly.
right.
I think that's what
Yeah.
happened.
This is Jimmy's fault.
Do you think? I also heard Lamar was out for 2 days of practice because he was eating those cicadas at Jimmy's Seafood.
Jesus.
Oh,
So
no.
Jimmy still got Lamar and the grass.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, what are they
But-
The
doing?
cicadas took off a while ago.
No, they went back
They
in.
went
Yeah,
back
they
to
went back down to
burrow
fuck up the
down.
grass in Baltimore.
But Jimmy's froze some.
Then
Yeah,
how is he eating them?
They froze some.
Put him in the crab case.
yeah, they always have.
Why does this Jimmy's Seafood get so much attention?
It's so good.
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
awesome.
So good. So good.
Very nice people.
Hey, their crab cakes, like you know how the
Yeah, crab cakes are gross. I think I'm sure.
Oh, you
They are.
idiot.
No, there's a lot of disgusting crab cakes, probably in Ohio, probably in a lot of places.
It's gonna be like meatloaf. No, but you gotta try my meatloaf.
No, this is fucking not meatloaf, dude.
Come
Okay,
on,
meatloaf,
dude.
you put ketchup on it, it makes it good. That's what meatloaf
that
is.
is
It doesn't
It's
matter
not
what it
good,
is.
but yeah, keep going.
You don't like meatloaf?
Never. Don't. Please, let's move on from meatloaf. I
Come
wanna
on.
talk about-
I hate meatloaf too.
What is
Yeah,
wrong?
we
Ketchup?
talked
What are we
about-
talking about? You don't like meat and ketchup?
I like ketchup. Meatloaf blows.
You've never had good meatloaf.
This is unbelievable. I have no
dare you
idea if you're
guys.
telling the truth or
I'm
not.
being dead serious.
This is unfucking believable. Everything you guys say about
Just
anything.
slop. Meatloaf is just gross
It's
slop
not,
with a
dude.
terrible consistency, no matter who it is. Oh no, we gotta try my grandma's. No, I don't, bud. I know I don't like it.
Yes, you do. That guy's grandma
There's certain
probably.
foods you know you don't like. You're not gonna make a meatloaf that I like. I'm just
All
telling
right,
you. Let's talk football.
All right. Let's talk football. Let's get back to the crab cakes and football, which is what Maryland does. That's what I'm saying. In Baltimore, you would expect to potentially get the best crab cakes because there's literally a state motto around it. They taste much better than everywhere else. Now back to the meatloaf. Heinz 57. Fucking, it's good. What are we even talking about flavor?
It's not.
I never
the
see eye
flavor
to
is
eye.
ketchup on something hot that's meat.
I mean, you know I hate AJ, and I never see eye to eye with him. But on this one, meatloaf is the worst. I love ketchup.
You ever had a Wagyu meatloaf?
You know
That's
that-
the problem.
Wagyu
That's the
is.
problem. Everyone says, "Have you ever had this meatloaf? You ever had that meatloaf?"
How many
That's the
fucking
problem.
meatloafs are there? There's one meatloaf. It's meat, and then it's fucking
No, but
Heinz
everybody.
57.
I'm saying everybody claims theirs is the best.
Is that a real thing? I didn't know there was different recipes for meatloaf.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
agree with
people are
that, yeah.
spicing up
Everyone.
meatloaf recipes. You
So,
bet.
so I assume with the crowds you're hanging out over there at the Chop House Meat House, they're trying to do all their shit to ruin the meatloaf. How do I make this meatloaf about me as opposed to the meal? I would assume that group of people, you know.
Who do you talk? I'm not talking like restaurants
Guy's
that
eating
make it.
chop
I have
house
the same
wings
argument
every
with family
night. He
members.
doesn't know.
Well,
what
I'd
it is.
imagine
Meatloaf.
Uncle Wexy's meatloaf has got.
Ah,
you know.
jeez Louise.
Without ketchup, you know meatloaf stinks. So thus, you're saying ketchup
But
is
it's
good.
part of it.
What we're saying though is Zito just said something about mashed potatoes, but
Ooh, mashed potatoes.
they stink. But the mashed potatoes do stink. Too much
Can't wait.
potato.
Zeke, I heard your Arnie Palmy time line earlier, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Lamar Jackson, do we know if he got sick from those crab cakes that are so good?
No, this is speculation,
I'm
but there's a
searching
good
right now.
chance.
Does he like crab cakes?
Yes.
Yeah, he loves them.
Who doesn't?
Well, you have to say that if you're playing for the Ravens.
No, literally, I think you should. This is just like a meatloaf, I guess. I didn't know this was about fucking meatloaf or crab cakes, but dude, you need to try their crab cakes. It is much different than the crab cakes that
I believe they have the best crab cakes. I really do.
Yeah, but they have the proper consistency of meat to other shit. You know what I mean? Like there is good crab meat. Some places have too much of this, too much of that, not enough of this, not enough crab. You know, like I feel like it is. It just feels good. It came out of the bay too, right in the harbor.
Yeah. Their steak too, and their oysters, really everything they got.
They gave us an entire tray to take on a plane, and it was all fish and meat, and it smelled terrible, but it tasted so fucking good.
Worth it.
Let's go around the NFL a little bit, AJ. Mac Jones, best quarterback of all time?
Hell yeah. I mean, he looks pretty damn good, man. They have a great thing going. I love their defense as well. What a game. Never in doubt, was it, the 5.5?
No. Not 1 second did we not believe that the Patriots were going to win immediately upon kickoff. Mac Jones has this confidence and poise of a 90-year-old man out there, it feels like. He goes on the sideline. He's genuinely pissed. He looks, he does look like he has a lot of the similar traits that old Tampa Bay had. And I think that is why the New England Patriots fans from the jump were asking for this dude to be in the game. He came in a preseason game in the second quarter, and the place went bananas. They know it. Bill Belichick knows it. Josh McDaniels knows it, and I think the rest of the team know this guy's a fucking guy. And how did we get here, AJ? He was supposed to go number 3 overall to the Niners, and then he falls, right like Humpty Dumpty, falls right down the draft, past teams that need quarterbacks, past teams that trade up to get quarterbacks, past teams that are looking back now thinking, oh, our quarterback fucking stinks. We drafted a weapon. We can't get the ball to the. He fell right by their building, their facility, their franchise, right into the biggest asshole in my life, as Robert Kraft described it. Bill Belichick, Matt Patricia, Josh McDaniels in their war room. And it was almost like Bill was like, we have to fucking, don't we? Yeah.
Let's run the NFL.
Josh, you like him? Yeah. Matt, fucking Patricia, final okay? And he's like, yeah, do it, fuck it. I don't think they expected to be in the Mac Jones sweepstakes.
No.
I don't think Bill had any idea he was going to get Mac Jones. And then as he was out there at the Alabama thing, filming probably with Saban some show or documentary about being an incredible coach, I feel like he was just enjoying the workout almost. There was a lot of people diving in to what he was thinking, what he wasn't thinking. He must have been looking at some weapons maybe. I think he watched that workout and was like, yeah, that's probably the guy, if I had to guess. And then as he watches the draft unfold, he's like, there's no fucking way people are going to let us. They're going to let the New England Patriots get another one. It feels like that happened, AJ. How did we get here? How the fuck did we get here?
In the moment, too, I think Bill has enough awareness to know that he's like, oh, people are going to be so mad at us. It's like when this dude comes and he dominates, they're going to hate us even more. And I think that even fueled the fire more for Bill.
You think Bill was like, because the one night he had his dog doing the draft picks.
Nike.
Like, yeah, we've been good for 20 years. We'll have a fucking dog do this whole thing. But the moment he puts that pick in for Mac Jones, Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels, they probably just immediately start thinking of, oh, we can have him do boom and boom. And with this pay, how much we're going to have to pay him versus what we would have to pay any other. We can pay this guy. We can bring Kyle Van Noy back. We can, like, everything that probably led to that, like.
And Matt can keep that culture around, too, that Tom and Bill have built. Like, they can just seamless transition with that.
Shout out to Nike, by the way. I don't know what pick Nike made or picks Nike made, but I assume the player has turned out. It's other draft picks that have done well for you guys as well,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Stevenson, obviously, last night he's very good playing running back. And also Kyle Duggar last year was the D2 safety we took that everyone was like, what the hell is Bill doing? And he's turned into an unbelievable player.
AJ, how come Bill never gets talked about as an executive or GM? You know, it's always like just a coach. Yeah, he's just coach. It's like, hey, this guy also greatest GM of all time, too, probably.
Yeah, it might be. We have to, I guess, all we see him do is on the sidelines as a head coach. Yeah, during draft time we see that, but yeah, people don't, that's all that stuff's going on behind the scenes, really, where he's trying to work out the roster and the personnel.
How is he able to do it?
Great question. How does he have enough hours in the day?
How?
Consistent.
How is he better at coaching than everybody and also has enough time on the side to be able to go through draft evaluation, self-scout, team scout, trade talk, business talk, extension talk, while also out-coaching everybody.
While changing the game plan on a weekly basis, too, especially defensively. Like, they change up a lot, way more than most teams.
Well, and that scouting part is the most important part because they have to get the right players that can do exactly what you're saying. So both jobs are equally important. I don't know how he's able to.
Both jobs are equally as impossible, too, compared to try to do.
That fucking guy.
Legendary.
That is the guy that is doing it. How?
Well, you talked before about how, like, when Brady gets in a building, everyone works harder because they don't want to be the reason that he doesn't win or the team loses. I don't know if this is true, but is it the same with Bill, where it's like, I don't want to screw up scouting or, pick the wrong player, so I also have to, raise my level of executiveness, if that's a word.
Did they just create a position for a guy who basically replaced Casario?
Dave Ziegler. Yeah, he's a beast.
Ziegler. Ziegler. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you know what they say about old Ziegler?
Oh, man.
When they zag, he zigs.
That's right.
Hey, old Zig, when they zag, Ziegler. He's now in charge over there in New England. Man.
Hell yeah.
And if you saw the light at the end of the tunnel for Bill, it feels as though that tunnel got a little longer.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he might
because
be
Joe
around.
and Troy last night said, why would he quit in the next 15 years?
Yeah, what's the point?
Why would he?
It's like Andy Reid.
Wait, how old is he?
69. Yeah, turning 70.
You can ghost till he's 84.
85.
I saw Al Michaels put on a show every Sunday night at 75 years old.
Tom Moore.
Tom Moore's still coaching. Now, I don't know how hands-on he is, but Bill Belichick, I don't know how he has been able to be the fucking general manager and the head coach. The amount of stresses that brings, we saw it. It made Bill O'Brien go insane.
Yeah.
Remember Bill O'Brien was doing that down I don't know how he's been able to do it. I hope one day they do full documentary while he's still alive and not coaching yet, so he can look back on the times. What a fascinating individual. We have to get to a break. We're back in 4 minutes with Coach JB, AJ.
Ooh. All right. Now, I knew we were going to have him. I'm sure he's juiced. Do you have some picks for us in college games?
I hope so. And then you and I will do the entire slate to end this hour. Then
am I 2-0? I think I'm 2-0, but yeah, let's go to break.
Kyle Van Noy will then be in the third hour, and then I'm getting out of here. The boys take it home. Let's have a fucking feel-good
Here we go.
Big Sale Friday. We'll see you in 4 minutes.
Big Sale Friday! Big Sale Friday! Big Sale Friday! Big Sale Friday! Big Sale Friday, what? Big Sale Friday, bitch! Big Sale Friday! Oh, Big Sale Friday! Big Sale! Big Sale Friday!
Big Sale Friday.
Big Sale Friday, dude. 25% off everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Coach Mike Tomlin.
Oh, man, Pat, it's an honor to be on with you, man. Thanks for having me.
You're a legend. Thank you for putting me through my workout and having the scouts actually come watch me kick at West Virginia. I don't think I've ever fully thanked you for that moment, Coach.
No, man, I've drank the McAfee Kool-Aid for a long time.
Let's get right into it. The locker room culture changed completely when I was in the league, from when I was a rookie to when I was done, and I retired after the 2016 season. Now it's even more different, I would assume, from when you came into Pittsburgh and everything like that. The dancing on the logo, the TikTok, everything like that you guys have had to experience. What is your messaging in there? How do you adapt and let players be themselves without, doing too much? Because that is a fine balance that you've been able to do, I think, in an incredible job with throughout your entire time in Pittsburgh.
I think for me, more than anything, I try to stay connected. Just getting a sense of where these guys are coming from, what's in vogue for their generation, what captures their attention, how do they learn, how do they communicate, how do they interact with each other formally and informally. And I think being a parent kind of helps me. My boys are 19 and 20, so it's not much difference between them and some of the younger guys that I deal with here. And so for me, it's just about gaining an understanding, working to stay connected. That's my general attitude, man. It's adapt or die for me. and I don't want to be one of them old crusty guys, man, that just refuses to adapt. Although I am one of those old crusty guys now.
Yeah, you are old as shit now. You know what I mean? I mean, you've been around a long time. I remember back in the day, whenever you showed up, there was a lot more, to the camera. There was a lot more.
Yeah,
there was a lot of that. Now you're just old ass man now, huh?
You know how it is. Years in this business will scar you, man. It'll settle you down.
That is classic. One of my favorite moments with you is when you would tell me every warm-up, I'm going to get you back to Pittsburgh when you're old and cheap. What does that mean? What did that mean? And should that have been taken as a smack in the mouth, like whenever you said that to me?
No, man, it was a tip of the cap, man. There's certain guys around this league that I'm really interested in, but I know I cannot afford. And you were one of them. So I was going to wait for you to physically deteriorate a little bit until you came back into my wheelhouse.
Yinzers are going to go bananas in Heinz Field this weekend. First time it could be filled up in a long time. I can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to. Oh, mama, I'm in here. Oh, my life, I'm the. Is that your alarm clock? Yeah, just say yes, by the way. Yeah.
It's my ringtone. It's my alarm clock.
We appreciate you, Coach T. Last question before we let you go. Why'd you let Troy Polamalu do what he fucking did to me? Why'd you let? I know you've heard of this. Why? Well, that's a short side of the field. That's bad football. You guys coaching unsound football over there in Pittsburgh? How did that happen?
We know you and love you as a man. But on Sundays in the fall, man, you're the nameless gray faces that we.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, never had a losing season, absolute legend, two-time Super Bowl champion, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah!
Thank you, Coach. Today's Big Sale Friday. And it's a glorious day, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And nothing goes with a glorious day better than a big old can of ice cold mountain water. That's right, liquid death. What? Ice cold water, what? Straight out of the Alps, what? Coldest water you ever tasted, what? Saving the world, no plastic, what? Cheers.
Cheers. Fine.
Cheers, Bruce. I'd like to get some, actually.
We'll go to the store. Go to any 7-Eleven?
Yeah. I will. I do buy it.
Where is it?
Well, it sounded like you were.
I just bought a Traeger as well. I'm gonna start smoking food.
Whoa, we got one. We could have sent you one of those. We could have sent you a Traeger, Bruce.
Yeah, but
we'll trade out.
He's worth $500 million. No,
that one's for the cost.
No, this one's for Igloo.
Igloo?
I think, yeah. I believe it's the Igloo now, yeah.
Okay.
Coliseum, too many people die. It's really negative.
Those liquid.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
but the strong survive.
Yeah, only the strong survive, and only those who drink liquid death.
Damn right.
And the reason why there's death in there is because it kills your thirst.
Oh, yeah?
It murders your thirst. And while we murder our thirst, we are also helping out the planet by murdering plastic, and 10% of proceeds go to stopping plastic pollution.
Good. Oh, yeah.
There's nothing quite like mountain water out of an ice cold can, and you need to try it today. Go to liquiddeath.com/McAfee for free shipping on all water and merch.
Wow.
That's liquiddeath.com/McAfee, or grab some at Whole Foods or 7-Eleven, AJ, if you need it.
I get mine at Whole Foods usually, yeah.
You like Whole Foods, yeah? Why?
There's not a whole lot of 7-Elevens around.
I have 7-Eleven right next to my house.
Really? Love 7-Eleven.
Yeah. I mean, just different lifestyles, I guess, different areas. Joining us now.
Right next to your house, I'm sure.
It is. It's in within a couple drivers. Yeah. You know what I mean? Couple.
You can hit a golf ball to it.
Couple of them, yeah. If I hit a clean one, I'm going in there. You ever have Liquid Death, though?
Oh, yeah. I love Liquid Death.
It is ice cold. JB's supposed to be with us, but Zito's juggling 17 plates back here, so he's calling him right now. I don't know if
Is Nick doing okay?
Nick, I think he is doing okay. We talked to him this morning. Seemed like he's in good spirits, right?
Yeah. Seems okay.
He is in one room. The close contact is in another room. I FaceTimed. They've been talking through the walls.
Yep. Nice.
It's an isolation game. Hopefully he's okay. If he continues to test negative, he will come in on Monday. I don't know what the right thing to do is, by the way. I have no idea. That feels like the right thing.
Yeah.
Because there's an incubation period, allegedly, that we need to power through. And we hope Nick's okay. Hey, Nick, here's to you, pal.
Here's to you, Nick.
Hey, Nick, we hope you feel good and you don't get the thing.
Don't get the thing.
Don't get the thing.
Don't get the thing.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Joining us now, a man who drinks a Mickey's by.
Why would you tell him to not get the vaccine?
No.
No,
COVID.
the COVID.
COVID.
Oh, my
Fucking
bad.
asshole.
You already got the
Dickhead,
vaccination.
dude.
Hey,
Want to clear that up?
Joining us now. Well, you're right. I guess the thing could mean a lot of things, but I thought we clearly were talking about COVID. But hopefully he doesn't get COVID. He is already vaccinated. Joining us now is a Mickey's drinker.
What?
A championship winner. What? A very deep thinker. Straight out of the Compton, ladies and gentlemen, real coach JB.
What up, man? My damn computer wouldn't work, so I guess I'm on the phone.
Oh, we're still at the same studio though? I see the TV in the back and I see, what's this? Is this a degree behind you? What do we got behind us? This certificates.
Oh, those are a couple degrees, brother.
Oh, it's okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. I bought that one on eBay and the other one Nah, I got a couple degrees, man. I got about 3 masters and a bachelor's.
Is that real? I don't know. Why would you need 3 masters? What are they all in?
Man, one's in kinesiology, one's in coaching administration, the other one is in education, because if I ever went back and taught, at least I have everything covered and, just for retirement purposes. So who knows, man? I do not want to, but we'll see.
Okay. Well, you obviously didn't get a master's in rights and stuff like that. You getting mad at Twitch last night is some of our favorite stuff over here at the office. I want to let you saying fuck you to Twitch on Twitter after getting kicked off of Twitch because you were just streaming a game that people pay billions and billions of dollars for is one of my favorite things about you. Fuck Twitch, dude.
Hey, they tell you to keep your circle tight and make sure your circle you hang around with are like people that you trust and all this shit. Well, I fired 2 motherfuckers last night because they told me to use Twitch and I could fucking stream shit live and not have copyright and all this shit. I go, yeah, really, motherfucker? Well, you're fired. So that's my night last night, man.
It was awesome. We all got a pretty good pop out of it whenever we realized that you actually, they're going to get you now these days. Back in the day, you used to be able to slip a couple past the goalie. Like, you used to be able to do stuff, and they'll still get you for, years ago, tweets and things now. But it is so tightened up with all the lawsuits and everything, especially with Amazon just getting into the NFL now. Oh, you set yourself up for the perfect cease and desist last night, and then you getting mad about it was amazing. We appreciate you every Friday. What's going on in your world? What are you most worked up about this week? What do you love most this week, JB?
Man, I don't know, man. I gotta shoot in a NFL pick of the week though for you and AJ. You guys can debate it, and one of you guys might have to flip a coin to go against it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm taking the Seahawks to beat the Cardinals. My pick of the week.
Ooh. That's over college picks as well? This is NFL over?
No. That's just my one NFL chime in for you and AJ.
Oh, okay. This is the one for the men's league here. You got this.
Yeah. I just think that Kyler coming back, Russell's week 2 back after the historical, heroic recovery with the pin in the fucking finger and all that. Maybe he saw Urban Meyer Clinic. I don't know. All I know is that I think he's going to be better, and I think Kyler's going to struggle. That's my take on the Seattle. And Seattle's due for a big win. Pete Carroll gets one every year, and they haven't had one yet. And I just feel this might be the one to throw a monkey wrench in the whole NFC West deal.
Seattle getting 1.5 at home, by the way, this weekend, 4 o'clock. That seems like a very good bet, JB. I'm excited to get on board with that. Go ahead, AJ.
What do we know? Is Kyler playing? Do we know his status?
It's before a bye week. I don't think we know, right? Because they have a bye week next week. There was initial reports that he's potentially out. You think he's back, JB? Ear to the ground saying Kyler's back?
I'm hearing he's back, man. He's practiced 2 days in a row. Why would he be practicing taking reps from the backup?
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just thinking. I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't let the guy who's going to play practice more if Kyler isn't going to be back. I think he's back. I think he's practiced all week. I think he's back. My personal opinion, but
all right.
Have they lost 2 in a row? Have they lost 2 in a row or 1?
Seahawks?
No, Cardinals.
Cardinals, just 1.
Okay. So I don't think they want to go on a 2-game hide. I don't know, man. It's curious. I'm curious to see if he is. But I think he's going to struggle if he does come back. And I think Seattle's defense is playing better, even though, they played in that snow game with with Green Bay. But, I think their defense has gotten better. But still, they're struggling, obviously.
All right, so you talk about taking reps from the starter. What about the Pittsburgh situation? For instance, I think Ben Roethlisberger can get cleared on either Saturday or Sunday, depending upon the 10-day COVID thing. Would you, if you were the coach, if you're Tomlin, Ben Roethlisberger can fly to the Chargers game that is Sunday Night Football on Sunday. You're still starting him over Mason Rudolph in your eyes?
Yeah, because they've invested in the cat this much, in my opinion. They've already said, you know what, we're gonna let Ben, who looks like he's 70 years old out there, overweight. We've already rocked with him. Why not? I mean, you're 2 feet in at this point. Why not? I mean, Mason Rudolph proved his worth last week. I mean, obviously,
big time tie.
Yeah, he struggled. So I would assume they want to go with Ben.
JB, what about these college coaches? We hear that Mel Tucker may be getting a $95 million extension. There's rumors that LSU is willing to pay Lincoln Riley $96 million, and Oklahoma wouldn't match. Like, do you think, is there a chance Lincoln Riley does leave for LSU? And what do you think about Mel Tucker getting a big payday?
I don't know. See, people forget, like, this business. You already know, AJ, how it is when I know Fickle was your backer coach, wasn't he? I'm sure was looking to get
Mel Tucker was a DB coach at my first 3 years at Ohio
was
State
he?
too.
Yeah. So Mel was at Colorado, obviously, and left weeks before the season's opener, before he took the Michigan State job. Money talks, bullshit walks. We all know. If LSU or Miami or one of the, I'm hearing Miami's throwing crazy numbers out at people because they're so eager to win. I think the right
Lane
money.
Kiffin.
Lane, yeah.
Yeah, Lane, Mario Cristobal here. I hear different names. He's from Miami. I hear these crazy numbers. I wouldn't be shocked if Mel Tucker leaves like he did Colorado. I mean, he's saying, they all say the right shit, man. This is my forever job. I want to stay here. And 2 weeks later, you're at fucking Miami. So, does Mel Tucker want to live in the snow every fucking day and not be able to play golf and smoke cigars, or does he want to live in fucking Miami or LS or on the bayou where it doesn't snow and have some weather? I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I've just seen it for so long. So have you. Coaches bounce like crazy, man. I don't believe anything they say.
So you're saying the reason why Michigan State is offering up him this massive amount of money is because they're expecting that some school like Miami or LSU is going to try to get him out of there immediately.
They already have. I've heard that both of them already reached out to him. So I've heard
you guys are fucking.
Yeah, you're done for.
Coach,
Michigan State stinks again.
Coach, what do you think about this, though? Expectations in East Lansing are a lot lower than they are at those other schools. Mel Tucker might like that.
They go way up with a new deal, though.
Yeah, exactly right. And are they really lower? Aren't you guys expected to beat Michigan every fucking year?
No. Michigan State stinks. They know it.
The boosters don't. The boosters and the people paying money don't think that way, because if they did, they wouldn't be offering $96 million to a cat they think is the hero.
Yeah, and I love Michigan State. I just like the fact that Foxy is one of the greatest exports that they have.
Yeah.
And he just kind of has to sit in it, and then all of a sudden you guys get success again after a guy's coaching for 50 years, and he's gone. What are you going to do next? What happens if you get stuck with a trust the climb situation at West Virginia, who should be looking for a new coach, but they just re-up that guy for 4 or 5 years or whatever.
Did they re-up him?
Yeah, I think like last spring, yeah.
So I don't know, man. I've heard his name on the hot seat too. They're firing, dude. This is gonna be. We have a saying in football, NFL they have Black Monday. College football, they do it usually right around the National Coaching Convention. This year it's in San Antonio. Most coaches, there's already, I think, 17 openings right now. Idaho just fired Bob Petrino yesterday. You got all these schools open, and then you don't know what's going on in Miami. Miami fired their AD, by the way, which was pretty much, writing on the wall for Manny Diaz, in my opinion.
Okay, so hold on. Ed Reed, right? Isn't he running like the culture of Miami? Like he's the director of Miami culture. Are they more a part of that whole process now that the AD's out, or no?
I don't know that. I don't know how that works.
Imagine if Ed Reed is the one. Okay, hey, how's it going?
Look at the alumni you got there. You got the Ray Lewises. You got
and they love Miami. They love Miami. They still will go down there and work out, let alone President Dwayne Johnson. I mean,
True.
There is Miami could become a place. And you just said that you're hearing about maybe Neil Brown. And by the way, it's probably not easy to win in West Virginia. You do what you got to do, pal. I only watch some games. It's tough to watch your fucking team this year, though. But hey,
somebody sent me a tweet with this family picture. I don't know Neil Brown, but someone sent me a tweet. It was like, "Can you please take over West Virginia?" And they sent. I clicked the guy's picture on his Twitter, and he's with his family, and goddamn, it's not a very good-looking family.
No, man, are you kidding me? Is this JB? JB, no way.
It's gotta hurt recruiting.
That is disgusting. You are disgusting. You hear me? Don't say that about Neil Brown. Jeez, Neil Brown's a great guy. All right,
well, he's got my last name. He's got my last name. The motherfucker has to have. You know.
All right. Listen, Neil Brown, you do what you got to do, pal. It is hot in the kitchen, especially if one of the largest sports shows does have your jersey literally over it every single day, and I have to watch those games and those things that happen. I don't agree with what JB just said.
Shout out to Neil Brown and his beautiful family.
Yeah, shout out, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know. Would you? I'm asking you guys. If you're Lincoln Riley, do you go to LSU if you're already going to be going into the conference? I mean, you're going into conference. Oklahoma's got oil money. Oklahoma, I think, can match dollar for dollar. They got a lot of money, Oklahoma and Norman. Do you leave there? I don't know. I think Lincoln Riley's done about what anyone would do taking over for Stoops. I think the job is basically already ready-made. I mean, I don't think you got to be special there. He hasn't really done anything. I told somebody the other day, Oklahoma and Notre Dame should play every season regardless of their record and make up a bowl called the Shitbird Bowl. Because they're both shitty. They play in the BCS and get waxed every year. So, I don't know.
All right, well, quick question about a guy who's not going to be able to play in the BCS probably for another year, Luke Fickell. He has built an incredible operation in Cincinnati. Is his name up for any of these teams, you would think? I would assume that people have been trying to get him out of Cincinnati since the day he got to Cincinnati.
It is. It is up for there. I know his name's up for some stuff. I got a little insight here for you, and I'll share it with you. I got it. Obviously, my agent. He sends me these updated deals with coaches that are in the mix, and that they represent some, and then they don't. But his name is in the mix at SC for some reason.
It's because Mike Bone, the athletic director, was at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He's the one
Did
who
he hire
hired
him?
Yes, he hired Luke Fickell. When we went to Cincinnati's training camp, which they have this little escape lodge cabin thing they go to in the hills here of Indiana. It's really nice. Mike Bone and I actually played catch, and he was incredibly proud of what Luke Fickell built. And then less than a year later, USC hires him, and Luke Fickell now probably hot in the USC conversation. That's because of Bone.
Well, that's why. This is the coaches I have. USC, James Franklin, Luke Fickell, Matt Campbell, Dave Aranda. Dave Aranda is who I told you guys on this show a month ago or so at Baylor that he's Southern California native. Makes the most sense out of the group of guys I just named. I also heard a rumor that James Franklin is on the possibility of departing ways with Penn State due to the fact that there's these openings and that his name must be already being mentioned heavily on their campus, because why would you part ways? Because you lost to Michigan, or you know what I mean? Those administrators know the deal. They talk to each other. So, I don't know. Matt Campbell, to me, is the worst of those hires.
Certified stud.
Not because he's a bad coach. I know Matt well. He's a good dude. He took care of me at Independence. He let us practice there a few times when we would play the Iowa schools. I just mean as far as a fit. I just don't think Matt Campbell fits the L.A. culture. But I don't believe any of those guys do, except for maybe Dave Aranda.
Okay, perfect. We'll keep an eye on that situation, and we appreciate your insight legitimately. This is I feel like I don't know anything else about college football, so I learn everything I need to know on these Fridays. So let's remember that too, okay?
How about you got LSU, Washington State, and Washington. Both schools have a lot of the same names being mentioned. And then you got the TCU and Virginia Tech job that opened up who might be – those are two really pretty good to have good jobs too. A lot of the same names though, man. A lot of recyclables.
What do you think, JB? What do you mean? What do you mean? You don't. What do you think? This is a bunch of bullshit, huh?
Well, what do you think about the Jimmy Lake guy that got fired at Washington after he was suspended a day for pushing the kid? Did you see that?
No, I don't pay attention. I did not see that. Though.
Jimmy Lakes was a DB coach for Peterson in Washington. Got the head coaching job right before the COVID hit. And 2 weeks ago, a Polynesian kid was coming onto the field talking shit to a player. He shoved him off and pushed him and kind of hit him on the back of the head. They suspended him a game, and then before he can even come back, they fired Jimmy Lake the other day, this week. And so me and Jimmy don't really see eye to eye. I don't really care for him. But at the same time, if he was winning, do you think he got fired for pushing the kid? They would have probably said, hey, Jimmy Lake's a great disciplinarian. He has the fucking thumbprint of the team. He's a great leader. But now that you're losing and do that, oh, he's a shitbird. He fucking attacked the kid. Yeah. Like, holy fuck, he didn't attack the
Hey, be who you can afford to be, JB. That is literally the statement at all. Like, people just need to, that's said in NFL locker rooms. Like, hey, be who you can afford to be. So if you are a practice squad guy, guess what? You might not get treated the same as the guy who's making all of the money for this company. Yeah. You two might show up the same amount of time late for a meeting, and you might get punished much more than the person is. Not fair. Hey, hey, bullshit. It's not fair. But would just like to let you know, this is how reality is. Speaking of reality, I think you've gotten hot on bets, right? Has he not gotten hot?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you're hot right now. Let's continue this thing.
All right, here we go. For my boy at Michigan State, man, they got to cover 19 at Ohio State. They got it. They got to cover, man. If Mel Tucker's worth $96 million, them motherfuckers better cover 19.
I agree.
So I got Michigan State covering the 19 versus Ohio State.
Ohio.
Now, I've gone against Ohio State 2 weeks in a row, and they burned me now.
Ohio State?
Oh, yeah.
The Ohio State Buckeyes are getting 19.5 points against Michigan State.
Top 10 matchup.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
What? AJ, what? Is this because you won't say I-O whenever I say O-H? Is he talking about Ohio University or Ohio State? Is this the Bobcats or the Buckeyes? Is this the green team or the scarlet and gray? 19.5 points the Ohio State Buckeyes are getting.
Laying.
Yeah,
given.
Oh, okay. All right.
What?
I was about to say, Jesus Christ.
Hey, Miami of Ohio.
Okay, Jason.
Yeah, 19. Ohio State's
This guy's getting paid $90-some million. And he's
about to.
He is an underdog by 19.5 points against a team in his conference?
Yeah.
Oh, my. Good for him. Hey.
Well done, Coach. Well done, Mel.
Good coach.
Man, so you guys know you guys stink.
No, they're
Yeah, you want to pay a
they're
guy
a top 10 team, Pat.
Yeah, oh, you got 19.5 points?
It's Ohio State.
Bro, I was under the impression that you guys were a squad this year. You're 19.5 point underdogs to a team in the Big Ten. I feel like I've been lied to. I honestly, the only thing I know about the Ohio State team is their guy fell.
Yeah.
And they looked bad, then they lost right at home to Oregon.
Yep.
So I thought this Ohio State team stunk.
They look pretty good.
That's late. I just don't know how Michigan jumped them after they lost to them. But Ohio State hasn't jumped Oregon. So, the inconsistencies to me is crazy by the NCAA. But
I'm not Karen Assholes Association of America.
Yeah. I got Clemson. Clemson's favored Clemson's got -4.5 against Wake Forest. I'm taking Wake Forest.
All right. Wake.
Clemson's struggling. All right, here's one for your boys, man. I know they're going to be mad at me. Illinois versus Iowa. Iowa's got -12.5. I'm taking Bielema and Illinois to upset another.
Bielema's not coaching.
Hey, I know. He's COVID, so that's why I said it's probably going to be better.
Jesus. Jesus.
Arkansas. I'm not picking on. Here's one for you guys. All right. I'm gonna take some heat. So I think Utah is playing very, very well, but this is gonna make or break Oregon's season, obviously. Utah's -3 points. I'm taking Oregon to win that one. But I think Utah is going to really, really fucking play them and pound on them. And I could see Utah beating Oregon really easily, but I'm going to take Oregon because a lot of people are taking Utah. I'm going to take Oregon to get that win and solidify their playoff berth.
You just ran the pick and roll 4 times on that game. You know that? You just said, yeah, I'm going to take some heat on this. I like this. They can do this. The people are doing it.
I haven't said yet.
Oh, okay.
What side are you on?
I don't want to. I got a great fan base
side.
from you guys that love me to death. And I know you love Fickle, but I'm taking fucking SMU, man. I'm taking SMU to cover 11 versus Cincy. I think Cincinnati has played down to its competition, which it is its competition, by the way. Their schedule is horrible besides Notre Dame, which is also very bad. But anyway, SMU plays hard, man. They're played tough. They're 8-2 team. It's going to be Cincinnati's last battle. And we're going to see if Cincinnati's pissed off at the world because they keep getting jumped by teams in the committee, or are they going to smoke SMU, or are they going to play down and struggle? SMU is going to play hard. They're going to hit you in the mouth. And I got a couple kids at SMU. That's the reason.
This isn't your.
I'm going SMU, man, to cover 11.
All right, well, perfect. We appreciate you. Started with the Seahawks over the Cardinals, ended with SMU with 11 against Cincy, and all things in between. We appreciate you. We can't wait for these Feel Good Fridays every week. Ladies and gentlemen, real Coach JB. Thank you, dude. I love that man.
Best.
He held his phone that entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
His arm and muscles had to have been so sore. Before this hour ends, AJ, we have to pick the entire slate. Big thanks to JB, but it is now time for the most anticipated segment of the week, every week. AJ Hawk, Super Bowl champion, college football national champion, Ryder Cup champion, and I will pick the entire slate of games against the spread. And AJ got me last week. He got me good. But going in to the Week 11 Sunday, both AJ and I are undefeated. Lions, Browns. Lions getting 11.5, traveling to Cleveland. AJ Hawk, your selection.
Evie, I'm taking the Lions in the 11.5 right here.
Let's go, AJ.
Give me the Lions as well, plus 11.5. I don't think the Browns are a team that can blow anybody out right now with the way everybody's talking. I don't think they're together enough. Seems like every game is going to be a dogfight. They might be able to win. Who knows? 49ers, Jags, 6.5. AJ.
Niners at -6.5.
Me too. Let's go. Let's keep it going. We're going to clean the slate here. Colts, Bills. Colts getting 7. It was at 7.5 at one point. It is now 7, traveling to Buffalo.
Bills -7 all day.
Colts +7 all fucking day. Come on, Carson.
Here we go, Carson.
Come on, Carson.
Keep talking about it.
Hey, Carson, do this one for Hudson Rose.
Come on, Carl.
Hey, Carson, just give the ball to Jonathan Taylor and then go ahead and get it open.
Boom.
Bills are a great fucking squad, and Bills Mafia is going to be so loud.
It's going to be cold up there.
I got the Colts +7. Had them at 7.5.
Cold
Would like that
dildos
potentially.
all over.
Who cares? Dolphins, Jets, 3.5 in New York, New Jersey.
Flacco.
Dolphins -3.5.
Flacco's +3.5. For sure. Flacco +3.5. Let's go to the Washington football team and the Panthers. The Washington coming off that game against Tampa.
Panthers here. What, -3 Panthers, I think it is?
Yeah.
Panthers -3.
I'll just ride alongside you. I'm not going to let you pick up a win when we have no idea what Cam Newton is yet. So I'll go -3 with the Panthers and bet against the Washington football team again, even though it kicked me right in the dick last week. Let's go to Ravens, Bears, 5.5. Chicago, or Baltimore favored going to Chicago. Lamar hasn't practiced the last 2 days. He is on the field today. This comes after a Thursday night game against the Dolphins in which they looked terrible traveling to Chicago.
I like the Ravens here with the points.
Me too. Golly, didn't want to. All right, give me the Bears. No, give me the Ravens.
Yeah.
Damn it. Saints, Eagles, +2 for the Saints traveling to Philadelphia with Coach Sirianni. Coach Sirianni, how's the team feel and look as the Saints come marching into the city of brotherly love?
If they start Trevor Siemian, we're going to beat the fuck out of them.
Okay, Sean Payton not happy about the rules last week. He talked to Dan Patrick, said, why don't we have full-time refs? The Saints seem to be on the wrong end of fuck calls more often than most teams. Saints +2 going into Philly, AJ?
I'm taking Eagles -2.
All right, I'll take the Saints. Texans, Titans. Titans at home favored by 10.
Big spread, but I'm still taking the Titans -10.
Give me the Texans, but I think the Titans win. And then next week against the Patriots, look out to that Titan squad that is on an absolute roll. Next game, let's go to the Packers-Vikings. 1.5 is what the Packers are favored by traveling to Minnesota.
I'm surprised the spread's not higher, but Packers -1.5.
Me too. Hey, this is still Aaron Rodgers' spite, and that defense is still the defense. Next game, let's go Bengals Raiders. Oh, sneaky, great game here. I got the Bengals. You?
Bengals -1.
Cardinals -1.5 against the Seahawks. JB likes the Seahawks to get an outright win here at home, underdogs.
I got Seahawks +1.5.
Okay, I got that as well. That just doesn't make any sense to me to take Russell Wilson getting points at home, not do it. Yep. And then Sunday Night Football, Cowboys Chiefs.
Oh boy, I'll take Cowboys at +2.5.
Give me the Chiefs. Steelers Chargers 5.5.
Chargers -5.5.
Steelers +5.5. We're back on Monday to finish this thing off. Hour 3 is on the other side. Cal Van Noy will be joining us to kick that thing off. Yeah. Can't wait to chat with him about his night that was last night as the Patriots beat the dog shit out of the Falcons. Can't thank you enough for watching or listening wherever the hell you may be. We'll take a 6-minute break and then magic coming on the other side and a big giveaway. It's Big Sale Friday. We'll see you in 6.
T-shirts, sweatshirts, crew necks, hats, joggers, shorts, quarter zip, tank tops, Christmas sweaters, and so much more.
Welcome back to the Pat McAfee.
Unreal.
Oh, yeah.
Unreal.
Foxy's added some new tools to the arsenal.
Hell yeah. A couple transitions.
Some new shots to the bag. Wow. I assume we've had access to these for a long time?
I've known about them forever.
Yeah. Why not today?
I guess. I mean, you just found out about them, so let's go.
Can we hit one more of those things?
Yeah, here we go. We'll go to the boys.
Yeah.
Whoa! Bring it on! Hey! How about this one? Whoa!
What? Bring it back. I'm blue. I'm green. I would die. I'm green. I would die. That's Meg Foxy. Hey, way to really up.
Hey, Foxy.
Hey, boy, Foxy. Welcome back to the show.
Those are awesome.
Awesome.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Hey, one more. Hit one more.
Yeah.
Do we hit
Come on.
How about this?
New one.
How about this? That one doesn't do anything.
Foxy,
Is there a dissolve one?
See, this is where pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. We got too creative.
That's right.
We had a good run on 3 or 4 transitions. We tried to reach into 5 or 6, and we just didn't have them in the bag.
Bucket ran dry.
Keep working over there. Yeah, the well ran dry. That is 100% case. Yeah.
Some more water.
Yeah, we need to call them in. Maybe next week we'll find some new ones in there. But we appreciate you for joining us. It is this show, by the way, that we'll be talking about. The show that you just watched right there. Why is football the greatest sport on earth? And do you think football is the greatest sport on earth? And why do you like football?
That's a really deep question there, Pat.
I know. I think I'd get a good answer out of you, though. Like, I think you'd be able to talk about it in a way that I think a lot of people haven't, because you've been at the pinnacle of it for so damn long and inside of it, and your brain is a pretty fantastic one. We've learned here over the last few weeks, obviously. Last few weeks, that's it. That's all the time we've learned that.
I think it's the greatest sport in the world for one main reason. It is a true team sport where it is damn near impossible for one person to dominate an entire game. If you look at other team sports, basketball with 5 guys on the court, I think you've seen multiple players over the years. Maybe one player, or maybe 1 or 2 players on a squad be able to dominate and win championships. Baseball, you can have a dominant pitcher and win championships. Soccer, you can have a dominant forward and or goalie. That seems to be a little more of a team sport, but you don't have 11 players engaged at the same time on every play. It is truly a sport reliant on every player on the field to do their job in order to be successful. And I think that's why at times, you know, certain star players can get maybe too much credit and maybe too much blame on the flip side, because it does take so many players at the same time in 3 phases to win football games. And I think that's the beauty and the draw of our sport, is that something new happens all the time, because you are literally dealing with 11 humans on the field at one time who all have lives outside of football, and there's distractions, there's a reliance on coaching, there's a reliance on preparation, there's a reliance on diet and performance. I just think there's so many facets to it that you see something new every single week, and I think that's the beauty in our game. When it comes to the love that I have for it, it's rooted, and I think like any player who's played for a long time, the love is not just about our sport, it's about competition. And I think there's nothing in the world for me that fills that need and that hole I have like competition. I think players who play for a long time at a high level, you have that need to be satiated competitively, and it's a love of going out there and going against guys and being in an environment where you know that nothing is guaranteed. And that's why I, at times, have taken umbrage to people saying that it's easy, because it's not easy. It's never easy. And I think that's the beauty in our game, is that you see things new every single week. It's never easy. And your only thing you're guaranteed is the ability to compete. I love that aspect of it. I love competing. I love going out there and harnessing the fear of failure, where I think so many people who maybe don't love football as much, the root of that is a deep fear of failure, that you might go out there and your best might not be good enough, and that's not okay with you.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we could talk about.
Speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hour 3 on this Feel Good Big Sale Friday, November 19th, 2021 begins right now. Yeah! AJ, can't thank you enough for being with us here on this Big Sale Friday.
Thank you, AJ.
25% off everything at store.patmcafeeshow.com. Bunch of new shit, old shit, bunch of shit. Apparently the football is not up yet.
Oh, shit.
So this will have to go up in the next couple of days, I guess. There was something that happened on the back end. Obviously, CFO Phil figured it out as soon as it happened.
And boy, Phil.
There's also a potential $13,000 set of golf balls on there.
Worth it.
Don't buy those. Those ones are mine. And there's also a $25,000 5X sweater that was potentially almost sold. Don't buy that. That one's also mine. Just hit the refresh button. We apologize that there's potential glitches happening. We are attempting to get you the most amazing stuff as quickly as possible, because you are the greatest humans on earth. Just like the Toxic Table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Just like one half of the Hammer, Dahn Cowboys at Tone Diggs. And joining us right now. Not now.
No.
Okay. So
he had a big game last night, AJ. This guy.
Yeah, I'd say. Pretty big night.
Huge.
Pick 6, dude? Are you kidding me?
Sweet.
Unreal.
Joining us now, Super Bowl champion, a man who's very rich. Last night had 2 sacks and a pick 6 on prime time TV in a shutout performance by the defense he is on. Back in New England, being paid by a couple. He's not here.
Oh, shit.
But was he there for a second?
He was, yeah. When you heard the inflection. Yeah. When you heard the excitement, there was a Zito dropping good, and then
Hold.
Yeah, and then it was a hold situation.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How do you feel you're going to do against joining us now? A man who had 2 sacks and a pick 6, less than 24 hours ago on prime time television. Thursday Night Football, the defense that he is a part of, had a shutout against the team that they beat in a thrilling fashion in a Super Bowl years and years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Van Noy. What's up, dude?
What's up, guys?
Hey, it's great to see you, man. You look good. Yeah. You look good, man. Hey, wild journey to get back to New England. It is not time to dive into that because we're way past that, I assume, at this point. But it looks like you guys, way past it. Yeah, you're over it. It seems like that team that you guys have, I listened to McCourty speak after the game. I listened to you speak after the game. Is it like you all are just on the same page right now? Does it feel like it felt just 5-6 years ago? And Mac Jones is a dude, it feels like. Am I misreading any of that?
No, I think you're onto something, but obviously we don't want to believe in everything. You know what I mean? Because it's a week-to-week business. Things can change. Things can happen. And we just got to keep working at it. We can't be complacent. And our mindset's 2-4. Like, we was 2-4 at one point, and that's kind of that energy we're going to keep having. Like, we don't want to go back to that. And so that's our mindset. We're playing good offense, defense, special teams. We're feeding off each other. We all hang with each other. We like each other. It's really fun right now.
It definitely looks like you guys are having a ton of fun, have a ton of confidence. And you talked about Mac Jones, Pat did. Like, what's it like watching that dude operate day to day and then also in the game, being a rookie? It seems like, nothing's really too big for this dude.
Just how he handles himself is impressive. You know what I mean? You don't find many 23-year-olds to, like, you're just like, damn, boy, you are impressive. You know what I mean? He just carries himself at a very, very good clip. I'm very happy of how he's playing, and offensively, I mean, it starts with the guys up front. I don't think they're getting enough credit on how they're playing in the O-line. They're playing really good ball, protecting him, and for the run game, opening that. Offensively, they're just getting better and better each week.
So $160 million were spent in one day. Right, Bill Belichick in the tampering period, 153, maybe 160, or something like that. The first day of the tampering period, Bill Belichick said, I ain't fucking doing what we did last year. Okay, we're not doing this again. And I'm not sure if Mac Jones was ever in the plans or Mac Jones came down and they're like, we have to take this guy. But has there been much conversation since you returned to the New England Patriots with Bill Belichick about, how last year was versus how this year was, or what the next few years look like for Bill Belichick? Or is it the same old since way back?
Well, you know me. I went up into Bill's office, put my feet up on his table.
Yeah.
And just said, I'm back, No, honestly, we haven't really talked about it at all. It's kind of just like I've never left for me personally. And I think for everyone that has been brought in, they've been brought in for a purpose and a reason. And everybody's just maximizing and trying to maximize what they do best. And it's awesome to see, you have a guy like Hunter Henry who comes in from the Chargers and he's a touchdown scoring machine. You got Kendrick Bourne. Energy goes crazy. I mean, his energy's wild. And then our guy, Red Sleeves, Matthew Judon. Oh, my goodness. Like, money well spent right there, RKK.
I'd say. And this is why Belichick will never get enough credit as a GM. These are all free agency acquisitions that were made alongside the same time as everybody else. And he just so happens to get people in the building, and then it starts working yet again. And the fact that it just had one down year and now it's all the way back up, it gives people like this guy, Kyle, 20-some years of success, one bad year. He was thinking, oh, no, is this going to happen? No, I got too much faith in Bill. Now back on top of the world. He had that 2-4 mindset, but it's getting loud from the New England fans that there's another dynasty on the horizon. Connor has a question for you.
Not quite on the horizon, Pat. It's here. Kyle, first and foremost, thank you for that pick six. A lot of people out there had minus 20 and a half.
Thank you, Kyle.
I appreciate that, Kyle. But you mentioned the 2-4 mindset, and a lot of those games that were dropped, they were 1 or 2 plays away from being victories. Was there a moment during those games or in those first 6 games where you guys knew, like, okay, we have a real squad here, we'll be just fine, we just got to keep doing what we're doing?
I don't know if it was like just fine. Nothing's just fine at 2-4. But I should say there was no panic, if that makes sense. That's probably better to say. And I think everybody got their minds right. Coach kind of told us to get away for a second. We did. And then when we got back that Jets week, we locked down and focused, and we haven't looked back. And it's awesome to see the progress. And obviously, we're not even close yet. We still can play so much better on defense. We can already do so much better special teams offensively, just playing better, more cohesive, communication better. And we're excited about that. And I think that's what we're riding on, coming to work, feeding off that as we know we can get better.
Hey, what was it like when you first got back to New England after your time in Miami? Did it feel like, all right, it's like I never left? I know Tom wasn't there anymore, but was like even the building, the different guys you had in there, what was the feeling?
I ain't gonna lie, I'll tell you a funny story. I came back and I was in a lime green sweatshirt, sweatpants, and Bill's like, "Oh, you got that Miami look." And just that little thing was like, it's a business, like you guys know, but when you understand it, you know that they care about you here. Like I know they do, and there's things that go behind the scenes with any situation, and nothing's changed really. Paula still cooks my amazing breakfast every day. Ted, my nutritionist, hooks it up. Coaches have been here as well, progressing, seeing them from when I first started here to where they're at now. And then, our guy Bill's the same.
How about Steve? Let's talk about Steve. Steve seems to be an electric factory. First of all, I saw obviously him on the sideline with the mullet is amazing, but has his influence
too? His memes go crazy.
Huh? Oh yeah, he's got that active mouth, Carl. He's got that active mouth.
Does he know about him and enjoy him?
Yeah, does he enjoy that? Recognize it? And what is he like now versus what he was maybe like before? Is he more influencing?
I mean, his personality gets to show a little bit more, which is awesome. He's got a very good, dry sense of humor. Shout out Steve right there. And, I think he's just getting more comfortable with what he's doing. And I think all the coaches are doing a great job right now. We just got to continue to hunker down and keep working. Honestly, we're not close yet. We know there's still a lot of football games left. We got the Titans. Coming up here, that's going to be a tough challenge.
Sound
They're
like
playing
Belichick
football.
Oh, yeah.
So
we're on to the Titans.
Hey, no, I didn't say that.
We're on to the Titans. Yeah, we're on to the Titans.
AJ, come on, man.
You know what?
He
Kyle, I
buried you.
respect. You're a perfect mixture of obviously, you can't step out of line especially when you play for the Patriots, but you show your personality and have so much fun. I think you're a great representation of what you can be there.
Yeah, you don't bury yourself, which is good, because there's some people that do their thing and then they bury themselves, and you give a reason for them to get mad at you, I think. So there's a great balance there that you have.
I think I'm just gonna be myself at the end of the day, and if you like, I know people don't like it. Whatever,
it happens to me.
Give them the birds, but the people that you do, you stick close to those people and you ride it out for them. So I appreciate that, AJ. I'll ride for you, homie.
Hey, we'll ride for you too, Van Noy.
Okay.
I actually did.
Not Gambino no more.
Gumpy. No, he's muted. No.
Boo.
Gumpy.
Everybody gets Gump now.
Grumble.
Still muted.
Still muted. Now his mic's off.
Still muted.
We're back.
Hey, Gump, we got got a big super
Hey,
boost
he
last
got
night.
nervous right there. You see his beard kind of got.
No, I've
no.
always had nothing but love for Kyle. I hated that Miami did what they did to him. He's playing unbelievable football. I'm happy for you.
He has been. He has been
bro.
very, very pro Kyle Van Noy. So much so that last night's Super Boost that he started off involved you. Hey, let's talk about that. Because I've rode for you too. We all have.
Oh, yeah.
We're very much on the Van Noy train. I ended up on top of a cuck mountain because of how much I went after the Dolphins' decision to get rid of you. And the Dolphins fans were like, Kyle Van Noy is washed. Get his ass out of here. I got attacked on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it all, but I felt bad. The things that were being said about you by the Dolphins fans. Whenever you're on your way out, he lost and he's not this. Did you hear that? Did you feel as if you had to reprove yourself as a player? Or did you just know, like, his situations are situational?
You know, I always feel like I got to prove myself, especially, you know, I got drafted high in Detroit at second round. I didn't play a bunch there. Then I got traded. Played really well here, and then for whatever reason, people think I suck down there. I didn't suck. I didn't play the best of my ability. I also played damn hurt every game, and that's part of the gig. And then here, you know, I'm playing better. So, like, it is what it is. People are gonna say whatever they want, but I have confidence in myself. I got dreams and goals just like anybody. I'm gonna keep chasing those. And if you don't like it, you know, you just, I wanted to give the middle finger.
Fuck off. Yeah, absolutely.
So you know how it is. You played. You know how it is when people say you suck at punting. You hit a good punt. You're like, you're trying to give them the Triple H. You know what I mean? AJ, you know what it's like playing and people talking trash, thinking you suck, and you make a couple plays, and you're kind of like, you know, what's up?
Hey, last night, was there a different feeling by you? You had a hell of a fucking... Last night was awesome. Did you have a good read on Matt Ryan or the Falcons, or why do you think it happened?
Yeah, we were pretty tuned into what they were trying to do. No CP limited them a little bit, and it was kind of blood in the water, so we had a good beat on them. And we was out there like sharks.
Yeah.
We tried to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
He was trying to get a sack.
What? Yeah, in a pick six. What? You looked athletic during that thing. You almost stepped out of bounds. I mean, you were close there. You had to hold it together. You looked like a freak.
You gotta toe that line, baby. Come on, man.
Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, speaking of that, Kyle, like after you've been playing in the elements and stuff like that, do you feel faster when you're on the turf like that? Because you did. I mean, on that pick six, I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy running, you know, sub 4.5 out here.
Woo-wee. Let's go. Honestly, it felt good to be an ATL. You know, I like ATL. It just felt good down there. Good vibes. Obviously, it started back when we won.
Jeez.
A couple years ago, you know, my second ring. You know, shout out.
25 point lead. That's a lot of points.
And so it was fun to play down there. We were just clicking, man, having fun on the sideline, joking, but still at the same time, when you walk in those lines, it's business, and you know what type of players you have around you, and we're just clicking, and we just want to get better and better.
2 sacks and a pick six. You knew you were pissing in a cup this morning, yeah? You knew it.
I was pissed. I'm like, I got 3 hours of sleep. What the hell is this dude texting me talking about? I got a piss test already.
Well, you knew this was coming, though. You can't do what you just did on national television and not get piss tested. Absolutely.
I know. I felt good about myself for a little bit. I was like, man, this is what it feels like to be like Myles Garrett for a little bit.
He's got legs for arms, that dude. But what you guys are doing on the defensive side of the ball has been sweet. Watching that team grow has been good. And do you want to take his time to say anything to the Patriots fans? You know, maybe out there that have been incredibly blindly arrogant through this entire run and will continue to do such a thing.
Hammer the Pats.
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, superstar got piss tested this morning because how good he was last night. We can't thank you enough for joining us, dude.
Thanks, fellas. I appreciate your time like always. I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. You know, let's all give thanks. Honestly, we're all blessed. You guys are blessed. I appreciate you guys putting on for the players and watching you guys each week, getting the clips. You guys are killing it like always. I'm happy for you guys. Nothing but love and success for you guys.
Man, we are so thankful for your words and your time. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Van Noy. Hey, listen, if we're motivating the Patriots, though, we're going to need that to stop a couple weeks.
Well, I don't know.
All right?
I don't know.
Yeah, if they're running the show in there and they're potentially wanting to run through some walls, we need to potentially, maybe we don't do a show the week if Patriots play Colts.
No, that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, maybe we just don't do a show. We don't do that. It seems like you hear the way he's describing that team, AJ. We all heard it there. That's ever been in a locker room or a successful NFL team. We're all hanging out together. We're all dancing on the sideline. That is what you're looking for. That is what the people are trying to bottle, AJ.
Absolutely, yeah. That should be scary for the people they face. And you could tell, though, as he keeps coming back to, hey, we got a long way to go.
Yeah.
And that's the message that they are hammering home, I'm sure, every single day from Bill and the rest of that staff. So that's why they have been great for 20-plus years, because I think the more you win, the more amped up, the more detail focused, like the more laser focus you get.
2-4 mentality is a great way to describe it in there.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, he also said we can play better on defense, and they just shut out the Falcons. Like, I don't know if you can play better than a shutout.
AJ, you ever been a part of a shutout before? How many?
Yeah, I don't know. I have, but I don't know.
It's not easy. That is incredibly difficult.
There's always like a field goal that ruins it at the end or something happens.
That's a big deal, right? Defenses take a lot of pride in that. The other night, whenever Seattle took a timeout with like 13 seconds left to ruin almost the shutout, the Packers defense was acting as if that was one of the biggest plays of the game, right? Like that was not like a throwaway game. Getting a shutout is fucking huge in the NFL.
Especially now in the NFL with how everything is and how much more spread out it is. There's just so many more opportunities to score. Yeah, to get a shutout and to play the way that the Patriots defense did, like you said, it looked like there was blood in the water how they were playing.
Yeah. How about the Rosen one, by the way, coming out and just immediately giving the ball away?
You got to love the Rosen one. That guy got drafted before Lamar Jackson.
How about Kyle Van Noy? You're right. With the blood in the water, no CP really kind of diluted a lot of stuff. So think about what the Patriots, like Belichick and Steve and all the coaches were saying. Honestly, we have no idea what they're going to be able to do. So this is what we're going to do, and everybody should feel very, very confident in what we're doing.
They only have one guy who can hurt us now? Okay.
All right, ready and break. Kyle Pitts isn't going to touch the ball. That is pretty much... I mean, that is what they did, and Artie Smith had to stare it down and he probably knew what was coming, too. He knew exactly what was coming, probably.
And they know, like, Atlanta's O-line, too. Like, Matt Ryan obviously isn't super active in the pocket. Can't get away from a whole lot right now, especially with that knee brace on and whatever. He got banged up early on one of Van Noy's sacks, I believe. His ankle or something, he was kind of limping off.
On that third down.
What are you going to do?
And Judon is...
They were chipping him damn near every play. And when they did that, like Van Noy or Barmore were going off. And then when they didn't chip Judon, it was Judon. It was
Hey, let's say this. You know how we say you need a deep arsenal at certain positions?
Yeah.
Pass rusher is one of those. If you can get as many pass rushers as possible, like maybe the Rams are thinking this, and I guess we'll see how it goes. But if you can pair people, like I got to see it very luckily with Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. Robert Mathis going into the Colts Ring of Honor, needs to get into the Hall of Fame. Strip sack king. It wasn't even a stat whenever he started just basically doing it every single game. But if you could take a little bit of just a chip or a tension from one, boom, that sets up the other side so well. Fucking Belichick knew it. Belichick was like, all right, I need good, and then we need to do this whole thing. It's insane to watch them just bounce back so quickly. That's my
Their interior D-line, too. Was it 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 where
Yep.
they line up three guys head up, and he took the center, put him about 3.5 yards in the backfield and caused the back to step around him?
Yeah.
On the 4th and 1, yeah. And then on the 3rd and 1, they handed to the fullback again, and he got stuffed, too.
As like that is the best style of football you could watch, right? Like that is...
It was fun. It's definitely fun. I was just thinking of like Belichick and their defense. Yeah, they're not going to tell their players how awesome it was, but in their brain, they're like, yeah, this is what it looks like.
Well, they're sitting in the staff meeting, right? They're sitting in the staff meeting watching that this morning with a laser.
And telling them, too, though, and Bill's like, hey, everybody's juicing these guys up. Make sure you still tell them they're terrible. This is what we want to do.
This ain't shit. This guy could have been 5 yards in the backfield. That is.
Yeah, that's like what the coaching's going to be. All right, hey, all right, cool, good play. And then he'll mention some Hall of Famer he coached 35 years ago. You know what he did? 7 yards deep.
So, I mean, what's the standard? What's the standard of good?
Long way to go, guys.
You got a long way, and we got 17 games. That ain't nothing. All right, that is one play. That is how coaches work, and that's why that 2-4 mentality is so good for a team like them, because Bill can literally go back to a time not in the like last year when the team was very different, 2 years ago when the team was very different. He can literally go back to the beginning of the season and go, hey, Mac, everybody's saying you're so good. You remember you were fucking terrible not too long ago. And not in those words, but act that way in practice. It's a motivated squad, it feels like. Kyle Van Noy, great friend of the show. Can't thank him enough for stopping by after that massive night.
Thank you, Kyle.
Big shout out to Coach JB, AJ Hawk, the boys. I can't wait to see how much I beat you by in that against the spread this week, AJ.
Oh, yeah. No chance.
All right, hashtag PMS Big Sale Friday. Go ahead and tweet that and take a picture of the thing you bought or you would buy from the store. And we will pick 25 random winners because, you know, Christmas, Jesus thing. 25. We'll give $1,000 to 25 people.
Wow.
Hashtag PMS Big Sale Friday. Go ahead and enter. We can't thank you enough on this Feel Good Friday. AJ, have an incredible weekend. On the other side, it'll be you, Tone Diggs, and the boys taking this whole thing home. Probably some phone calls. I got to fly to Hartford, Connecticut and say, hey, how's your family?
Oh, yeah, that's tonight.
Huh? See that right there?
You meeting your guys?
That's pinky ring.
Well, I got a pinky ring around here somewhere, too.
Well, I got two, actually. I'm putting another one on. What?
Oh, we talked about that.
I'm actually going to put this on a chain. What?
You should.
2 watches? What? Well, you're right. I'm not doing it. I'm not going into, you know, be funny guy. Hey, how's it going?
You walk in like that, they're going to think you're a fugazi.
They're going to say, hey, where's the gabagool? And I'm going to say, gabagool? What do you, I got too much gabagool.
Yeah. And also, Ty gave you the idea earlier.
Yeah.
No.
Stop at Fazoli's, get their Great American Sampler platter, and say, hey, better than Mama's cooking back home.
I would never say that second sentence there ever, but maybe I do bring some gabagool from the Midwest Italian
Piping hot
family.
breadsticks, as you know.
Hey, here's from the Fazzolinis.
Yeah.
That's fake family.
Whoa! Not the Galantes.
No, the Fazzolinis.
Yeah, the Galantes, very real family.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I can't wait to meet him. Me and Zito going. All right, AJ, see you, man. Can't wait to see how you do this weekend. Can't wait for Overreaction Monday. Tonight, SmackDown on Fox, 8 o'clock.
Woo! Here we go.
Big news at WWE yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez
Louise.
What happened?
There were some decisions made where people are no longer working for the company. They seem to come out of nowhere.
On Thursdays.
Boom, out of nowhere.
Well, when that happens, is their contract up and they just don't renew it, or can they just stop and say, bam, your contract's over?
What the hell is this?
Damn.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Because I feel like everybody's surprised, so that means their contract's probably not up.
Yeah.
But like Hit Row, I think they I don't know what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot, who knows? Those are all over my head. All I know is I'm showing up in Hartford. How's your family? Calling some SmackDown, meeting some legends, hopping on a plane, flying right back.
Hell yeah! Hell
There's going to be so many terrible references tonight. I can't wait.
Oh, hey, he's got the gabagool! All right, we're back and forth. See you.
Big Sale Friday. Big Sale Friday. Big Sale Friday. Big Sale Friday. Big Sale Friday, what? Big Sale Friday, bitch. Big Sale Friday.
Oh, Big Sale Friday.
Big Sale. Big Sale Friday.
Big Sale Friday. Big Sale Friday, dude. 25% off everything. Out of Philadelphia is one of the biggest inspirations walking around the internet. Gio, the podcast. Okay, so you're 14 years old.
Yep.
You're from Philadelphia.
Yep.
Big time Eagles fan, podcaster. You were Carson Wentz's #1 fan.
Yeah. Yesterday, the 801 invited me, and Carson invited me to the game, and I got to go on the sideline and meet Carson again. And he gave me a football.
Let's go! Yeah! You're obviously full of energy, full of optimism, full of upbeat, good vibes.
Yeah.
What do you go through on a day-to-day?
I've had 20 surgeries in my life, so it hasn't been easy. I have a condition called SJS, Short-Stampede syndrome, and it's basically like muscular dystrophy with dwarfism. My elbows are dislocated. My left hip is dislocated. I had to get my right hip reconstructed. The reason I'm so optimistic is because life is too short to focus on the negativity.
Let's go! I'm sorry to hear that you have to be tougher than all of us on the day-to-day, but I am so incredibly thankful that you keep that mindset. How'd you develop a love for football?
We've always been a football family, but then when I started having surgeries, I started watching football, and then I just kind of fell in love.
What does the rest of the season look like for the Indianapolis Colts, you think? Carson's going to keep himself safe out there?
Carson's going to have his best NFL season here in Indy.
Why is that?
He loves it here, and he's having fun. And when Carson Wentz is having fun, he plays his best.
Okay, and how about the Philadelphia Eagles?
I think they got a little developing to do with Jalen.
Are there any players that you'd like to get on your podcast?
Brian Dawkins.
Oh. Is he your favorite Eagle of all time?
Him, Carson, and Zach Ertz are my top three.
Oh, Zach Ertz. Damn,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Why is everybody getting traded out that you like? What's the deal?
I don't know.
You're really, really good at this. What's the name of the podcast?
Philly Sports with Giovanni.
One last message to somebody out there who maybe doesn't view life the right way, you think?
I'd just say find your happiness and find the thing that inspires you, like I found football, and just try to look on the optimistic side.
Hey, you absolutely crush it every single day. You crushed it in here. We appreciate you. We hope you loved Indianapolis, Indiana. Come back whenever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, Gio the podcaster.
Welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show. I am Tony DiGiulio, joined by Ohio State Hall of Famer, Green Bay Packer Hall of Famer, somewhere in Ohio Hall of Famer, AJ Hawk.
That boy AJ.
Atta baby AJ.
Is that really your name, Diggs?
Tony DiGiulio.
How do you spell your last name?
DIGUILIO.
Come on.
Okay. My first time ever hearing that, probably.
Okay. That's my name. That's AJ Hawk.
Boom.
Connor is still in the studio with me. Ty has moved back to Zito's seat.
Behind the glass.
Behind the glass. Foxy's still here. Zito and Pat on their way to Hartford, Connecticut.
That's right.
Home of the Hartford Whalers.
Yes.
8 o'clock tonight. Smack. Dahn.
Beautiful city.
Also, Gumpy's back there as well.
Hey, baby Gumpy.
I didn't know if his mic was working or not.
And it is on right now.
He's
Gumpy,
wired
so if
in.
you want to say something.
Paul?
What's up, Tom?
Okay. While you guys were on, while we were on with Kyle Van Noy, the incredible Kyle Van Noy, there was some breaking news around the league, so we figured we should go through that, AJ, to kick off the last half hour here on the Pat McAfee Show.
Absolutely. Let me hear it. What's happening?
Okay, so Ian Rappaport, friend of the show, is reporting from Cliff Kingsbury that wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins' hamstring is out Sunday, while Kyler Murray ankle is a game-time decision. Again, he has missed the last 2 games. Oh, no.
Oh, you just got...
You just muted yourself.
You just muted yourself, AJ.
Uh-oh.
There you are. You're
There
back.
we go.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
what's going on?
Oh, no,
Did you just
AJ.
mute yourself again?
No, AJ's thing is on. He is not muted.
All right, well, let's call him
call him
back.
back.
Call him back. All right, so Cliff Kingsbury says that DeAndre Hopkins is at Kyler Murray game time decision, which is huge for the betting markets as far as Kyler Murray. What do you think, dude?
D-Hop 3 straight games. You wonder if they would have put him on the IR or something. Because, initially he was fine, and then he re-injured it against the Packers
Correct.
on that opening drive.
Very first play of the game, or Not the very first play of the game, first drive of the game when he
First
actually
drive,
scored did he score a touchdown or should have
So
scored a touchdown?
they called face mask on him.
Oh, yeah,
Brought
that
it back,
bullshit.
and then they ended up kicking.
So they had that. That's huge. I mean, going into Seattle with Kyler, I may take the Cardinals. Without Kyler, I'm definitely not. AJ, can you hear us? Can you speak?
I can hear you now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. That was weird.
You're good now. What do you think about the Kyler D-Hop news?
Well, so are they both out? What'd you say?
So D-Hop is definitely out. Kyler is a game-time decision.
It doesn't feel like Kyler. I don't know how, if he's a game-time decision, they'll actually play him with a bye week coming after it, so I would be surprised. I'm sure he's pushing hard to play, but, yeah, I still want to take the Seahawks here. Kyler obviously wouldn't be 100%, and if you don't have Kyler, then, yeah, I feel even better about the Seahawks.
And the Seahawks D has actually been playing a lot better the last few weeks. They did the same exact thing last year where they were terrible at the beginning of the season, and then they played better at the end of the season. But, like, with Kyler, it is because Coach JB said it earlier. Like, he has practiced the last few days. Does it being a division game make a big difference? If this was an AFC team playing against the Cardinals, I assume they would send him out. Like, definitely.
Yeah, without his number one receiver too.
Hey, that's a good point, though. Sorry, Connor. I don't know. It's a good point because they don't want. They know if they drop this one to the Seahawks too, the Seahawks could get hot. Like, they don't want to let them feel confident and feel like they can salvage the season. I bet. So maybe that is a reason why Kyler could play if he's 85% healthy.
Plus, they're only one game up now on the Rams.
Yeah, you're right. He might play. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked then if he plays. Yeah, I guess there is a lot riding on it. They need to try to stay in the lead. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they feel like we could put him out there and it's not putting him at too much risk to lose him for 5-6 weeks or something.
And then the next news coming out of Carolina, Matt Rule says that Cam Newton will start Sunday versus Washington. Ron Rivera returns to Carolina for the first time. Cam Newton returns to Carolina for the first time since being cut. This was coming. You saw this. You knew this was going to happen.
I thought he was going to start yet last week, even though he knew 2 plays. I knew if he's dressed, he's going to get in the game like he did. And I'm curious to see what he looks like now in a full game. Like, how's he look throwing the ball? And there's only, how much of this new playbook can he know? Like, how big is their game plan heading into this game? I don't know.
Well, you got to assume he's got a pretty good grasp on it because P.J. Walker, he's a mobile quarterback. Yeah. It's not as if it changes that much. But what do you think they're going to do with Sam Darnold? Like, he's so dead, right? They already picked up his 5th-year option, so he's on the team next year. But, like, what are they even going to do with him?
I don't know. It's such an awkward situation now. Is there any way you could trade him? Would anyone pick him up?
Detroit?
Yeah, maybe to Detroit. They could. Is that a better option than Goff? Are they saving money?
Goff right now.
Sam Darnold, great arm, good talent.
Yeah.
He actually has run the ball very well this year too. But at some point, he's stunk. He's stunk for 2 teams now. One of them was with Gay, so you gave him the second chance. But
he stinks.
He's shown you what he is.
Yeah, and he's lost games. Like, their defense has kept them in it, and you could kind of point directly at Darnold. I know when the Patriots played Carolina, he was a little banged up and he didn't even finish the game, but there were multiple times where they got down to the red zone and then he would just make an absolute boneheaded play and basically, he threw a pick 6 and the game was definitely still within reach.
Yeah, I guess I'd say, I'm no quarterback guru. I don't evaluate these guys coming out of college, but I felt like Sam Darnold was going to have a hell of a career.
Yeah.
I really did. I liked him. I liked his demeanor in college. I liked his arm strength, what he could do. He's very athletic, and people don't give him credit for that. So, yeah, for whatever reason, something happens, and he starts to freak out and turn the ball over. And he started out the season pretty hot. Maybe he should have flipped it. Start out first 2-3 games, look awful. They're talking about pulling you, and then you turn it on, and then people are like, oh, this dude's back. He's great. Let's give him a new contract.
That class too. Was it Baker, Darnold, Rosen,
Allen? And then Lamar. Yeah. And Darnold's still very young. It's not as if, he's dead in the water, but he's got to change a lot of stuff. And to your point, his first game, it might have been his first or second, but they came out and beat the piss out of the Lions in primetime football, I'm pretty sure.
That was the first game of the season.
First game of the season,
First game of Patricia's career.
And Darnold diced him.
Oh, yeah.
Man, yeah. And then you're sitting there oh, yeah, look at us, man. What a great move we had by bringing Sam Darnold in. Maybe he's going to be our franchise guy for the next 10 years. I was hoping that would be the case, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
I remember Greeny saying that they thought they had Joe Montana again. I swear, like he was being dead serious.
AJ, for that game on Sunday, football team versus Panthers, who has the advantage? Because I guess Ron Rivera came out and said, like, wow, Cam was his quarterback. He was writing down plays that Cam struggled against and stuff like that. But then Cam also, I mean, Ron Rivera is on the defensive side of the ball as far as coach, right? He's got an idea of what they're going to try to do against them. Is there an advantage there at all anywhere?
I mean, maybe like Ron Rivera can bring a few like exotic looks that always, gave Cam issues at the line of scrimmage, certain disguises, maybe things like there's always one or two things that quarterbacks don't like to handle. And I'm sure Ron Rivera knows what that is. But I mean, it's different to take it to the game and have all 11 guys on defense actually execute what you want. Like, that's a different story. I don't know if they can do that.
All right, moving on. With Jared Goff not practicing today, this is from Shefty, for the third straight day, Lions quarterback Tim Boyle is in line to start Sunday versus Cleveland.
Here we go.
I was looking at his stats yesterday. I believe he's played in 11 games, has never thrown a pass. I believe those 11 games have just been when they are up so much that he has taken knees.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about Timmy Boyle potentially getting the start against the Browns? You took the Lions plus 11.5.
Interesting. Yeah.
I thought this might be a get-right game here for the Browns.
I didn't know. See, at the time, I wasn't sure that Jared Goff was not in there for when I took the Lions at 11.5, you say?
Yeah. Wait, do you want to change your pick?
No, I don't want to change it. I'm okay with it now.
Good.
I
Too
think
bad.
Timmy
You
Boyle-
can't change it, AJ.
Good. I don't want to. Did Pat go with me on this one, though?
Yeah, I did. I think so.
Okay. I think he did, too. Tim Boyle, you know what? I got faith in him, man. He's due. I would say he is due for a big game. He hasn't had that yet in the NFL.
So my worry, and I don't know if I talked to Foxy about it. We have talked about this for sure because we talked about it last week with the Steelers games, how the Lions will play horrible one week and then good the next week. Like they landed on playing the Ravens good one week, and then the next week they got blown out by 40, I think, to the Eagles. They played, and that's how it's gone all year. This is a bad week for them, and it's also a week where the Browns are coming off getting blown out by the Pats. I like the Browns in this one.
Yeah, Chubb's back as well.
Yeah.
He's got some fresh legs.
Chubb's
He didn't
back.
play last week. Lions might lose by 80
Yeah, they
on
might.
Sunday.
I'm surprised this isn't Drew Blau, though.
Yeah, what's going on here?
I don't know. I actually don't, because he did not play bad when he would get in the game. I think that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, but he's
He only
a
plays
Thanksgiving
on
quarterback.
Thanksgiving.
Boom.
Yeah,
That's right.
it.
He'll play next
So
week.
Thursday,
If
I
Goff's
can
still out,
expect
he'll
Drew
play on
Blau.
Thanksgiving.
And you guys will lose by like 50.
Who do they have on Thanksgiving?
The Bears. I actually.
Oh, boy.
I think that's
What a game.
NCDC's first win on Thanksgiving. He's grabbing that turducken and he's chowing down.
No, I mean, all right. So we've seen MCDC come into the press conference with the race car helmet,
right?
I guarantee if he wins on Thanksgiving, he's coming into the press conference with a full fucking turkey on his head.
100%.
That'd be incredible.
His head's gonna be up the turkey's ass.
Yeah.
Hey, will they dump him with Gatorade if they win?
Oh, yeah.
They should.
They're going to lift him up on their shoulders and walk him off the field, AJ. Are you kidding me?
They should shin can him if he doesn't dress up as a pilgrim to coach on Thanksgiving. He should have to do that.
Tuesday press conference, maybe?
He might. You know, if it gets the boys going, he'll do it.
You guys want to see something fucking awesome, man? Look what I'm wearing on Thursday. Pilgrim.
I do think we've seen the last.
What if the
of
whole
Jared
team
Goff.
comes out on the Mayflower?
Oh,
Should.
in the truck.
Did you like playing on Thanksgiving, AJ?
Yeah, I actually did. It was great because you'd go play that early game in Detroit. You'd be home for Thanksgiving at like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and we'd have half the team over by 5:30.
Beat the shit out of them in Detroit, usually.
Yeah, usually.
What's your
Usually
favorite
that was
thing
the
about Thanksgiving, H?
What about it?
What's your favorite thing about Thanksgiving?
Oh, just the fellowship and the people and the family
Okay,
and getting to
sure.
see everybody. That's my favorite.
You're a big cranberry
I
guy,
was just
right?
about to say he definitely is.
Oh, did we ever talk about this? I hope
No.
not.
I don't think so.
No, cranberry's garbage. All
No,
the time.
Yes.
no.
It's Cody's favorite.
Take this
love
mush out of a
cranberry.
can and heat it up and pretend
It's
like
so
it's something.
disgusting.
Heat it up.
hate it.
It's cold, you buffoon.
Either way, it stinks. I've never had it.
It is terrible.
You
AJ,
never had it?
No, it's fucking mush, dude.
You have to try something to say it stinks.
No, it stinks. You don't have to try cranberries out of a can to know that they stink.
big food show. AJ, you ever play on Christmas or no?
No, never on Christmas Day. I think the day after Christmas I have.
I believe they're playing on Christmas this year.
I feel like the last 4 years everyone's had a game on Christmas.
The Packers play the Browns on Christmas this year.
Yeah. And then the last there's two more things actually. Lamar Jackson said he's good to go, said he was dealing with cold-type symptoms, blamed it on the change of seasons, and said he hasn't usually been sick as much as he has been this year.
Yeah.
Probably because
COVID, baby.
He was down in Louisville for his jersey number retirement.
And he was crying.
And he had a vest on. He didn't have a full jacket on.
No.
He didn't have a full coat on. I said, hey, Lamar, you're out in the cold. You're going to get sick. Because my mom used to always say it to me.
Turns
Did John Schnatter give him a hug or something?
Anthony put a...
Who?
John Schnatter.
That's Papa John.
Oh, Papa John you're talking about? No, dude,
Did you
he's
see
not
he's
allowed.
eaten 800 pizzas in the last 12 months?
That's some serious research he's doing, huh?
Oh, yeah.
it is.
He's testing every type of pizza.
Lamar will be good, though, right?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
Your kids fight you on wearing jackets?
Yeah, but I don't care. They don't have to wear a jacket. They don't want to.
Why? What if they get sick, dude? It's cold.
That's a myth. That's an old urban myth. Oh, if your hair is wet and you go outside, you'll get pneumonia. Really? Show me the science.
Well, I think if your kids don't have like winter coats on in the winter when it's very cold, there is
They're not
a
going to
chance
get
they
cold.
might
They're just
get
gonna
sick.
I'm like, hey, if you don't want to wear a coat, then you're going to have to see what it feels like to actually get cold, and then you may wear a coat next time.
You think they'd let them go out to recess if it's like -8 degrees and your kids don't have coats on?
No, for school we make them, even if they don't want to put the coat on, I'm like, I don't care. You got to take this thing, tie it to your book bag or whatever you are, because I know you're going to want to go play basketball or football at recess. You're going to be crying if they don't let you go out.
They do recess still?
Oh, yeah. Young kids.
They still call it recess?
They do still call it recess, yeah.
Good.
Bet you they're not allowed to play tackle football at recess these days.
Way.
Yeah, my third grader, plays football every day at recess, and yeah, I'm like, you guys knocking into each other and really hitting each other? He's like, no, every time we do that, we get in trouble.
Two-hand touch, that makes sense. How's the basketball team looking, by the way?
How's the
We'll
Clemson
see, man.
Tigers
A couple
basketball?
good weeks of practice. We have a little preview kind of tournament this weekend, so we'll see, man.
Oh.
Girls are working hard, man.
Is it an
They got a good
invitational?
squad.
Is it an invitational?
I don't know what you call it.
Jamboree, probably.
What's the team name?
What's the team name? It's just where we're from.
Okay. Well, you were the Clemson Tigers before, so.
Yeah, this one's different for some reason. Yeah, I wish we were named after we should take an NBA name or a
What are you,
WNBA name.
Centerville Hawks?
No.
Alex, dude.
We don't have an animal or anything.
Excuse
we
me,
should.
What?
No, we don't. Yeah, I just thought about that. Maybe we'll make sure. I'll talk to the girls. We'll come up with one. We'll make our own mascot.
Hey, ask Gumpy what his high school mascot was.
Gump. I didn't know you went to high school, but what was the mascot?
We didn't have one. It was just Spectrum High School.
No,
What?
that's a lie.
Wait, was it like a co-op? Would you go to school half day and work half day?
Why do you, this
He's just an absolute asshole, this guy.
No, that's what it sounds. That's the kind of my mom went to high school like that. It sounds like that.
I mean, we were raised on grit, AJ. That's what we did. We worked, whether it was at school or at our jobs.
Exactly. You
Gump,
want to get it.
Trust me, Gump. I know you're the grittiest guy in there.
We were the Spectrum Warm Fuzzies.
No.
Yeah. That's real.
It was a big Spectrum ball was our mascot.
Spectrum ball? Like, what do you mean?
All the colors of the spectrum.
Like a dust bunny.
Yeah, like a big ball. It was warm
Okay.
fuzzy.
Okay. Who came up with this?
I don't know, but they've changed the name since. It was a hell of a run.
Mr. Spectrum.
Wow. Well, it's great marketing for the cable and internet provider.
We didn't. It was a hell of a soccer team. That's all we did was win. It didn't matter.
And then moving on,
No big deal.
The last news that came through while we were on with Kyle Van Noy is the arrow is pointing up to play this week, says Rob Gronkowski, and Bruce Arians said the same thing.
Here we go. Bucks
Good.
are
Okay,
back.
Gronk.
Oh wait, AJ, did we get? How many fake vaccination cards do you have?
I was going to ask you guys about this. So with AB, and they're checking they said we have no irregularities when we looked at it. The Bucks did. How will they finally come to a conclusion here? There's no database or whatever? How do they know?
Foxy Evie said that there's a hotline you could call to check the
No,
number.
I read a tweet that said you can. They said that's one phone call away to figure out if someone's vaccinated. I don't know what that meant. I didn't dig any deeper, but I
don't
did see
believe
it.
that, man. I've had some people though, I know different stories from people getting vaccinated all over the place where their vaccine card looks like their 3-year-old did it. There's no.
Yeah, but it goes into a database, but there has been doctors in on it. Like doctors have lost their jobs already for this. The most concerning thing is
fake scripts.
AB was only going to pay $500 for one of these. That was the offer on the table.
Jeez.
Wow.
And they're probably
And
going to dive in.
If doctors were giving any of these away, they're losing their license, I would assume, right?
Yeah, I'd say.
Jeez, they're
Forging
gonna get
medical
huge trouble.
documents, I do believe that would justify some.
You're going to lose your
prison
license.
time. Yeah, maybe just lose your license.
But then
You're
when
not
you
gonna
lose
be-
your license, good news is when you lose your license as a doctor, you can then open up a veterinary clinic where you also take patients in the
back and remove bullet wounds and
Yes,
stuff like
from
that.
the mob.
Remove bullets,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
What is this from?
What do you mean? What's it from?
Fucking
It's from life.
every
dude.
movie.
Come on. I think it's in
Veterinarian?
Dope Sick,
Yeah,
too.
okay.
Just AJ, if you're ever shot sometime
Okay.
and you did it in a way that you don't want to have to tell the police or hospital how you got shot,
Yep.
just go to a vet clinic. You bring a bag with you. It's full of cash,
Obviously.
and they'll do anything you want.
I mean, thank you. That is good to know that I have that on the back burner if I ever need it.
I can't believe you didn't already know that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really. I'm hoping that I don't get shot, and if I do get shot, I'm hoping I'm not in a situation to where I can't tell the police about it and try to get an ambulance.
Well, I'm just saying, just in case. Like, do you have a go bag?
I always got. Yeah, I told you, I got hazmat suits. I got everything, man.
What's in your go bag then?
No, I don't.
You don't have a go bag? You definitely have a
I can move quick.
You definitely have a cellar though that you could stay in for 10 years at least, right?
Oh, yeah.
shelter.
You have a
Muscle
fallout-
Milk and
you-
Slim
you
Jims
have a
down
fallout
there.
Shelter?
No, I do. I'm waiting for my boys to get a little bit older so they can help me dig the bomb shelter I'm going to build in our backyard.
Nice.
Have you talked to them about it yet?
Oh yeah, they're all in. We watch YouTube videos of guys that build bunkers and all that stuff.
Isn't Carson Wentz a bomb shelter guy? A
He
fallout
might-
shelter guy?
He might be. I don't
Wasn't
know.
he on that
Prepper?
show?
You mean a prepper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time Fallout prepper show.
Well, I think he's got a big locker for all the deer that he's just absolutely slaughtering when he's hunting.
True.
Big meat locker in his basement.
Turn that into a bomb shelter or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. If he needed to.
It's a big game this weekend, H.
Huge.
Who?
Colts Bills.
What about it?
Measure stick game.
Yeah, Bills
Yeah, it
lose.
is.
Pats are in first. Don't look now.
You guys think the Colts going to beat the Bills?
No.
Colts getting 7.5 is absurd.
It's a lot.
Bills
That
have
is a
not. Their defense hasn't really played that great of offense.
Yeah, run game travels too. Jonathan Taylor's getting hot right now.
You're right. It's going to have to be a build-o game for the Bills if they want to win. We're going to have to
True.
create
Yeah.
enough juice, enough energy to where they shower the field with Bills-colored buildos for them to win this one.
How many times Big Mike tell you, hey, we got a run game, we got a defense, we're going to travel this year?
I don't know if he talks about run game traveling, but there had been games where we were running the ball, trying to run the ball, and it just wasn't working. We'd have like negative 3 yards run in the first half, and at halftime we'd be reminded that we're going to ground and pound the hell out of this team. And I was like, I don't know. There's a guy wearing number 12 that's pretty damn good throwing that thing in the back. You might want to just let him do his thing.
Whoa, dude, you would question the coach? Are you kidding
No,
me?
never. No, because you know what? I would question him in my mind for a second, and then we'd come out and we'd run for 250 in the second half. I'm like, you're right. I'll never question Big Mike again.
With who? Ryan Grant?
Eddie Lacy.
Eddie, RG, Ryan Grant. We had so many good running backs there. Yeah.
Who's the best running back you played with?
Amon Green.
Amon. Hey, best pass blocker I've ever seen as a back, Amon Green.
Let's
that
go.
dude was an absolute power lifter, freak athlete, awesome. Yeah, man. Going against that dude in one-on-one pass rush in practice was just a death sentence for him.
Wasn't a better pass blocking running back than Amos Zaraway.
What's that?
Famous Amos Zaraway was the best pass blocking running back, and Najee Davenport, who you played with.
I played with Najee.
scumbag.
Yeah, Najee's a stud. I
Yeah.
like Najee a lot.
There's no way you could get around Eddie Lacy if he was pass blocking. You are definitely lying. He's the best pass
The
blocker.
third
you've ever
guard in
seen.
the backfield.
Bro, Eddie's awesome. You guys, I wish we didn't have Eddie on the show sometime.
I
don't know if he's
loved
ever-
Eddie.
Actually,
I love Eddie.
Actually, you know what? Foxy still owes us lunch
Chinese
or
buffet.
dinner at a Chinese buffet. You bring Eddie, we'll all fucking go and have a good time together.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to put some text out there and see what Eddie's up to.
AJ, be honest here. Don't lie. Who did you just hate playing with when you were in Green Bay?
Yeah, who's your least favorite team?
Playing with, like, my least favorite teammate?
Yeah. Just let it rip.
That's a great question. I mean, it sounds like I would be lying, but I was lucky in Green Bay, man. Like, we didn't have turds. Like, we really didn't. They didn't bring him in. Ted Thompson thought about that, and we didn't have dudes that were problems. We really didn't.
Well, and, I mean, I assume those turds get weeded out in training camp and stuff, right? Like you kind of know who's not going to be around at the end.
Like, this guy fucking stinks.
You can tell if someone doesn't fit in. Yeah, you can tell that pretty quickly. Yeah.
Before we get out of here, we got a few minutes left. Make sure hashtag PMS Big Sale Friday.
Boom.
Boom.
25% off the
Use
entire store.
hashtag PMS Big Sale Friday. 25% off the entire store. Take a picture of what you're buying. Use the hashtag. Tweet it out.
Yep.
25 winners. Each winner gets $1,000.
1,000 big ones.
1,000 big ones. You buy anything yet? Do you support the
No, I was
business?
looking at those sweaters and everything. That's still a thing, right? The ugly sweater parties?
Yeah.
There's some ugly ones. This one's unbelievable. It's very comfortable. It's not technically ugly. It's just kind of like
It's just a crew neck.
AJ, you've never done it, but the ugly sweaters at corporate parties, corporate Christmas parties, big hits.
I've done it. I've been to multiple ugly sweater parties.
Where? Who let you in the door?
Well, Nate, the trainer in Green Bay, used to always have a great one. I don't think he does it anymore. And then there's
Yeah, but were
always
at those
no
parties,
harm.
like if you got too drunk and said the wrong thing, could you get fired at that party?
At Nate, at Nate's house, the trainer?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh no! I mean,
So
you're in
you've
the
never
nest
been
in
to a
Nate's house.
true-
There might have been a few coaches that would swing by and the other trainers there, but you could say what you want.
Yeah, but I'm saying you've never been to a true work.
No,
holiday
not
party
the
then.
ones where like people go and get hammered, and then all of a sudden some dude's wife is grabbing the boss's dong and stuff like that.
Bingo.
No, that's not mine.
Really?
I would like to watch that happen though.
That never happened with Big
Those
Mike,
things
huh?
are awesome, dude.
I mean, isn't that what happened? Like, oh, come on, just don't embarrass yourself at the holiday party.
Yeah, usually someone gets real boozed up and like eats shit, falls down.
Yeah.
And, you know, and
Comes in with a black eye.
yeah,
On Monday.
exactly.
Wears assless chaps or something. weird
Yeah,
Those
like
were
that.
awesome. Who did you pick? You took the Cowboys plus 2.5, right?
I did. Yeah, that's gonna be that is a sneaky great game too, or not sneaky at all, really. Cowboys Chiefs, right?
Yeah,
That's the game of the weekend.
I'm on that side as well.
And is that Sunday night?
No, it's
No.
425. I believe it's
Game-
Troy and
yeah, game of the week
yeah.
on Fox.
That is a good one.
Who's,
I'm looking forward to that.
Who's Corona Tone doing?
I don't know, Toad. I don't know. I really don't know though.
I think he's in. Is he in
might-
Buffalo?
Yeah, I think he might be Bills Colts. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be so drunk up there.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
imagine if
Bills
there's a
Mafia.
Bildo on the field. How's he going to talk about it?
Well,
Oh, that thing looks like it needs to be sucked on, Jim.
How much time do we have left? I can't see the clock.
About 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Thank you all for listening so much to the Pat
Make
McAfee
it
Show.
disappear, Jim.
We'll be back for Overreaction Monday. Go buy something. Feel Good Friday. Sale. That's not what it is.
Big Sale Friday.
Well,
Big
we're
Sale
out.
Friday.
Yeah, we're
I know.
out.
I know. We're out.
Are we doing after hours?
4 minutes of it.
I don't know if
There you go.
Evan's ready.
What were you gonna say?
because of the stream. This is going. I don't know.
No, that's an auto out.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I also have no idea how that works.
All right, this is After Hours.
Get rid of the musical.
This is where
There
the
you
show gets
kinda like
even worse than it was the last half hour.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to subject people for this much
Yeah, and I
longer.
got it. I used to do this. Hats off to Zito. Like you just can't talk when you're back here. There's so much shit that I
Yeah.
mean, this shit stinks.
That's a difficult job.
I appreciate him doing it. Nick too.
AJ, do you have anything you need to get off your chest before we get out of here?
Man, I don't think so, man. I think
What's wrong with Ohio State basketball, AJ? You guys stink.
Yeah,
right
they're
now.
terrible.
Yeah, what's going on over here?
I don't know. You guys got a lot of guys who came back, supposed to be a powerhouse, losing all over the
Yeah,
place.
AJ knocked down the door and said, "Hey, fucking Thad Matta, if you guys don't fire him, I'm never giving another $1 to this place." And they haven't been worth a shit since.
No, Holtman, the coach now, is good. I love Thad Matta, though. Big Thad Matta fan.
Oh, no, we got After Hours breaking news.
Fucking bring Greg Oden back.
The Bears
He's
are
around. He's here.
The Bears are placing All-Pro pass rusher Khalil Mack on injured reserve.
Bear
To
died.
have season-ending foot surgery.
Season ending.
Season-ending
Shit, season's over.
foot surgery.
So are
Is
they
he going
gonna
to be back next year?
I don't think so, right? That I mean,
What's
there
his
was
contract like?
It was
It's big. I mean, I guess with Fields now,
They're blowing everything
Is
up,
that one of
right?
the?
Yeah, you should
Is that
sit
one of the
Fields
trades
down.
where both teams lost because the Raiders didn't draft anyone worth a shit with those picks?
Yeah.
And Khalil was good. He was really good for a year or two for
Yeah.
them, but since then, they haven't won anything with him.
Well, and he was also on the team when their defense decided, like halfway through the season,
To
like
quit.
fuck it, we can't do this anymore.
The
we can
offense
only...
is so bad.
Yeah, that was I think Chuck's last year, 2019.
I mean,
Khalil
much
is Khalil
bigger
going to go
of
to
it.
like the Patriots next year and dominate?
Maybe,
Dude, he's got 3 years left on the deal. $24 million in dead next year. 11 million after that in dead.
Yeah.
He's making $30 million a year.
Oh yeah, massive contract. I thought.
Have they restructured him at all yet?
I don't know, to be honest. There is a out after next year, but it looks like next year he's going to probably be on the Bears.
Okay, one more year. AJ, to your point, I think the Pats will most likely go after someone like Devontae Adams before Deanne's.
You think they would really?
Oh yeah, because we have Judon Hightower, Dietrich Wise, Josh Uche, Van Noy, obviously.
I mean, what are the highest? What are the highest paid receivers make right now?
Oh, a lot.
22.
Because he's going to set the market.
Yeah, he's
going to
set the market for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are they willing to pay a receiver that much?
I don't know. That's a good question. Now that you say it, probably not. I could see him trading.
Now
for
that I've heard it out loud,
I could see him trading for a guy before signing.
But Bill, think about it though. Think how much Bill loves Devontae's game.
Oh yeah, and
he has to be obsessed with it.
Yeah, the cap will go up as well.
So
he can get franchised by the Packers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So as long as Raji's in Green Bay, Adams will be in Green Bay.
Bingo.
Big if.
So for some reason, DeAndre Hopkins is making $5 million more a year than anyone else. He's making 27, but then Julio's 22, Keenan's 20.
Julio's making 22.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Mari's 20. Michael Thomas is 19.
Oh yeah, because they restructured Julio's before.
When's Michael Thomas coming back?
He's not.
out.
He's out of the year.
Done.
Oh, that's right.
They had a setback, dude. Remember, surgery didn't go.
I saw Keyshawn talk about it too. Because is he Keyshawn's cousin?
I don't know.
Some kind of family relation. Keyshawn basically was saying a while back, like there's way more to the story, I guess.
Really?
There always is. It feels like, huh?
Yeah, or something. Like actually, probably not even more to the story. Probably like, hey, the Saints have their side. Michael Thomas has his side on what they believe happened, and probably no one agrees.
Well, everyone who ever comes out of Ohio State is always a troublemaker in the league. So.
Goddamn right.
Man, Damon Arnett, that was rough.
Well, yeah, that was rough. Wait, Greg Oden still lives in Columbus?
Yeah, he was actually, when he was finishing school or getting masters or something, he was like one of the kind of assistant coach guys.
Does he help coach your ladies basketball team?
He doesn't. I should probably enlist him for some help. He can maybe help with our post players. I do see him every once in a while at this golf course I live close to, and the best is when Greg is there, he's pretty noticeable. The guy's 19 feet tall, so he's walking around trying to golf. It's pretty amazing.
And get Ohio State point guard Brody Croyle. Nope, that's not his name.
Dude,
Nope.
Brody Croyle. Fucking former starting quarterback at Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Aaron Kraft.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is he still
He's
living?
playing over in Europe still, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Does Odin hit bombs on the golf course?
Yeah, he actually uses
I've never seen him swing.
Come on.
All right,
What'd you
that's
say?
a show. That's a show.
Yeah.
I believe he
What'd he
uses
say?
his
He
penis.
cut off on me.
Well, you've seen the picture.
I don't know.
Yeah, Odin's hammer is fucking 18 inches. That came out short after he got drafted by Portland.
Yeah.
They're trying to
I'm
take him
unaware of
down.
this.
Him and San Antonio playing on the same team.
Draymond
right.
Green.
Hashtag PMS Big Sale Friday. Make sure you enter that. AJ, have a good weekend.
Hey, you guys too. Hopefully Nick feels well, and hopefully you guys stay away from him until he gets back on Monday.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah. Social distance. Good luck in your jamboree this weekend.
Good luck in your jamboree. Everyone who bought something and listens to the show, thank you all so much. SmackDown tonight at 8 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Hammered Down will be in 15 minutes. See you Monday for Overreaction Monday. Have a good weekend.